Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comfort together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. AT&T and all this, that, and the other. But then I got pissed with AT&T, and see, right now that's probably why I'm having credit issues, because right when I was going through some financial problems during my near-death experience, and so I had to cut my cable off and this, that, and the other. So I said, well, let me start over and I'll get, the U-verse thing or whatever. I don't understand, and I get it, but I don't get it at the same time, because U-verse is not offered in my neighborhood. I'm like, how in the fuck do y'all run these commercials and then say, oh, it's not available in your neighborhood? So, all right. So then I was like, okay, well, let me do what's up. Oh, we got high-speed internet. We got this. And I was like, well, listen, I'm running a radio show from my home, so I need to make sure that the signal is strong enough for this and that. Oh, yes, it's more than strong enough. It will take care of anything that you got to do, blah, 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 yada. Well, this is during the time where, if y'all remember my story about having Monique on the show, and I had a bunch of technical difficulties and this, that, and the other, is because I didn't have enough strength, and I was losing the calls, dropping the calls. I had Freddie Jackson on, and Freddie Jackson hung up because he got frustrated, and now I can't get him to come back. It was just a nightmare of a day that day. And I come to find out, because I called Blog Talk Radio. I'm like, okay, what is going on? Because this thing is not doing right. And then they told me, let's look at your strength of your Wi-Fi, blah, blah, blah. And the bitch wasn't enough power. It wasn't enough power. And I went to AT&T, and I was like, listen, y'all lied to me. Y'all told me that this was going to be enough power, and it's not. And I told y'all what I was doing from the beginning, and blah, 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 blah. And basically, they told me, well, the sales agent, honey, was going to do it. The guy told me, he said, well, if you talk to the sales agents and stuff on the phone, oh, they're going to say what they need to say to get the sale. That's what the guy told me on the phone. And so now I had canceled them, and they wanted me to pay a bill, honey. They wanted me to give them $200. I said, I'm not giving you shit. I'm not giving you shit, okay, because y'all lied to me. I'm not doing this, and I couldn't utilize the shit for what I needed to use it for. I had more problems than anything. I'm not paying you shit. But they tacked it on and carried on, and I'm not giving them that damn money. Okay, hell will freeze over. The devil will go back to heaven and say, I'm angelic. Okay, we would no longer say the devil made me do it or whatever. It would be, you understand? Yeah. And that was that. So those are my little anecdotes for right now. Okay, bullshit use first is hilariously bad. Old lines. Okay. AT&T always have been shady. Oh, okay. I wish they would go back to being my fucking Bell. Hello. How many of y'all remember that, huh? Oh, okay. Well, it look like I'm solo at the moment. I'm sure. Oh, okay. Okay, Dickie done came, but she's gonna be okay. She's coming in online and carrying on, so she's gonna be listening in. I'm waiting on Red to come on up in here as well, but this is going to be um a very sensitive topic. Now, to all of my heteroattractional people out there, this particular topic that I'm on may make you squeamish to all of my men. Okay, for those of you who say you are heterosexual, not bi, hetero, okay, or heteroattractional, as I like to say. This particular topic that I'm on is going to start off very, 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 very heavily gay-centered. However, I am going to tie it in because there's an element of this particular topic that I think is omniversal. Okay, and I think it goes across orientations and it goes across the lines. and you're going to hear when I put it together. Okay. However, I'm saying this disclaimer up here now because when I get to talking about dick and ass and top and bottoms and carrying on, I don't need you to be squeamish. And if you feel as though you can't handle it, now is the time for you to leave. Okay, you ain't gonna hurt my feelings or anything like that. Now is the time for you to leave, and I'll catch you on the next program if you cannot digest what I'm about to say. Because if I get some fucked up ass comments over here, then y'all gonna make me cuss y'all the fuck out. Okay. Now you have been warned, and I may have to do that disclaimer again as I see the numbers start to go up and carrying on. Okay. So again, I'm going to say this particular conversation is going to be heavily, heavily, heavily sexual. Okay, and it is going to it's going to be gay themed. However, it has a straight element to it. So for all of you heteroattractional children that can't handle gay shit, this is not the show for you. So, okay, having said all that, all right. Now, but before y'all go, let me do this because I do want to I'm gonna have my featuring a black owned business product now. Let me do that now so I can keep y'all in here for a little piece of a minute. Okay. Um I just ordered uh a product and I want to show it to y'all because child, this damn thing here, the presentation of this motherfucker is absolutely everything. Okay. Uh um and because of its presentation, you guys have to get into this. Okay. Now, let me start here. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. Because yeah. Okay, hold on. Oh, let me grab it because it has a little bit of weight on it. Oh, okay. Y'all see this box? Okay, this is how it comes. Okay. This here is from figures.com. Y'all see that? Okay. Wait a minute, I'm trying to get my camera to go right. Okay. See that? Figures.com. Okay. Now, if you guys are not familiar with figures, it's because this here is a black owned telecommunications company. Okay. You may have seen him on Tamron Hall recently. And how I found out about him is through Killer Mike. When Killer Mike had his little Netflix little 6-part thing about how and the first day was him trying to maintain and buy black. And this is how I found out about this particular phone company because I never knew that was an African American who created and owned a cell phone and a cell phone company. Okay. So I had gotten into this. Now I had recently purchased the earbuds that they have, and the earbud actually I like them. Well, what happened? I found out it was a user error, and I had to send because I told them they wasn't working right and carrying on. They sent me another pair, so I had 2 pair, and then they wasn't working right. So I thought, and so then they sent me a 3rd pair. And I didn't want them to send me a 3rd pair. I was like, no, just refund my money. Well, um, uh, um, they sent me a 3rd pair. I end up taking the other 2 back and carrying on so that because I had to send those back. And I found out it was user error. I didn't do the thing right because the little tape on it that you had to take off. And I thought I had taken all the way off, and I had not. There was user error, so boom. So what I ended up doing, because this goddamn monstrosity of a phone here, I love Samsung. Samsung has been my go-to phone. Okay, I usually buy Samsung products most of the time. I've had an LG phone and I've had something else. I'm still through Metro PCS and carrying on, but this damn phone right here cost me $400 and some odd dollars, and I was on a payment plan, but it did not have the Gorilla screen like it was supposed to have or whatever. And this is the Samsung Galaxy A50. Okay, this is the A50. Now, here's something that happened. Demetrius, in his old brilliant self, honey, my omnipotent intelligence, okay? I was always told that whenever Metro and all these particular people, when you get they offer you the free phones, oh, we got this phone here, you come here, get this phone, and blah, 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 blah. Or whenever they're doing the sale, okay? Uh uh he um they told me that those phones are usually becoming obsolete. Okay. So at the time it was the A20. I decided to go to Samsung directly, and this was the next one in line, the A50. So I said, "Oh, okay, then they're gonna migrate up to this. So let me just get this, unlocked, and I'll go and I'll open it." Well, because I did that, the warranties in carrying on were very limited, and because I did not buy the warranty from Samsung, when I dropped it, and this goddamn screen got to cracking and carrying on, they told me I had to pay $129 to replace this goddamn screen. Not when I just gave you $400 for this motherfucking phone. Okay. So I'm like, okay, fine. And I was dealing with it. But then she started cracking, and then I got some of the glass that started to it started coming out. It's coming apart and the glass was lifting up. In fact, I had a couple of shards fall out when I was at work. And y'all heard me having problems with it. So I said, okay, fine. I ordered me a new phone. And I said, okay, what I'm gonna do, I've been playing around with this and playing around with this. And because it was Cyber Monday, Figures was offering a 50% off, okay, the coupon. So I said, well, this is my time to do it while I got a little bit of coin to do it, okay? So first off, it came in a beautiful, beautiful, all the packaging is black, but I took it off. So we did this. You get the little magazine, honey. This is his magazine. Freddie Figures is his name. Fig. Yeah, the N word with an F. Okay, that's his real name. That's his real name. Okay. Uh this here outlines all of his products and tells his story and carried on how he became who he is. Okay. Now, and his story is amazing because he was adopted I think he was like 2 months old or so, very, very young when he was adopted into a family. Okay. And so out of that, his talent became computers and this, that, and the other. And he has just become this mogul. Okay. And created this company. Well, darling, let me give y'all the tea. Okay. Now you got all this because it comes with all this old gorgeous packaging. Okay. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, I can't stand these little things that they put on the back of their phones, to put the credit cards and stuff in here. I don't like those. Okay. Now it comes because this here is the ultimate kit that I bought. So it came with the Figures earbuds. Okay. Now, one of the things that I heard about his company, he said this, is that when you use his earbuds with his phone, it had the ability to translate stuff into different languages and carrying on. So, like if you're traveling internationally and carrying on, it can translate. And they do stay in the ear. Okay, they slip here and there, but they're not like most earbuds. You know how you got to keep constantly readjusting. These things will fit a long time, and now y'all see I got nice old ears. They do, and they're comfortable. Now, every now and again, you got to say because the silicone start to bother you, or whatever, but it doesn't bother me as much, so that's a good thing. Okay, so you got the earbuds, you got the little do thing that they put on the back of the phones. Okay, then it comes with this here is the wall charger that glows in the dark and lights up and all that kind of stuff. It came with a car charger. Okay, the car charger. Okay, it also came, and remember, this is the ultimate package. Okay, um, it comes with this beautiful old Bluetooth speaker and wireless charger. Okay, Yes, it's the supercharger, the smart wireless supercharger Bluetooth speaker. Okay, so this is also this in the package. Okay, but wait a minute. Now here come, you know, this here is what everybody's been waiting for. I always mess the thing up. The Christian resistance, however. Okay, hold on. Hold my first. Okay. Now you see this box. Oh, wait a minute. It's upside down. You see that? Okay, this is the box. Now that's the covering. Then you take the covering off, baby. Then you get this box, right? Now catch this. Bitch. Wait a minute. Mm-mm. Look at this. You see this? This motherfucker introduces his phone with a video presentation of the goddamn phone in the box. You see this shit? Oh, God. You see this? Oh, bitches. Now, catch it. Okay? Now, this here is the phone. Okay? That's the phone covered in plastic. Okay? Now, wait. Wait. You see the inside? Now, he done packaged everything deliciously. Okay? This blue box, wait a minute, because, okay, you see they got tabs, so you can pull the tabs and let the box come out a little easily. This blue box has the cords. Oh, wait a minute. Now it comes with these are another set of earpieces for the phone, okay? And then it comes with the wait a minute, because I'm sliding. Comes with an extender. Now, this is the C USB port C style, and then it has the cord. Okay, this is the charging cord. Okay, but you see how that presentation is in this little video box. Now wait a minute. Okay, nice quality boxes and stuff. Okay, wait a minute. In the red box, the red box has this here is the little wall charger. You know, the brick, to put your cord on. That's what's in the red box. Okay. So that's packaged individually. Okay. And then in the black box that's in the container is nothing simple, but it comes with the silicone protector, okay, for the phone. And then a couple of stickers and the warranty certificates and carrying on. But this is how he packaged this particular phone. Okay. This is how it comes to you when you order from Figures. Okay. Now, I have a wonderful. Oh, I'm telling you, I'm having such a gay old time with this. It's ridiculous. Okay. Now, here's the tea. I got the phone unlocked. I mean, globally unlocked and carried on, so I could take it to Metro because right now I'm still with Metro. But Figures does have his own system to where he has cell phone rates that are compatible with everyone else. Now, the one that I have with Metro is a $60 plan. And he has a $60 plan that's unlimited and this, that, and the other. He also has a internet global one that's 165. Okay. But the plan he got a senior citizen plan for $15 a month and carrying on. So this particular brand, honey, I have not hooked my phone up yet because I got to take it down to Metro and carry it on. But let me show y'all the phone. If y'all want to see the phone, I'm sure you want to see the phone. Okay. Let me take the phone. Okay. Now, this is the phone. Okay. This is the phone. Okay. It's an F3. This is his brand. This is the only phone that he has, okay, in his collection and carrying on right now. All right. He designed it. He put it all together. All of the components and everything. He designed this and all of that. Patented it and all of that. So this here is um uh this is his phone. And yes, it is 5G capable. Okay. So the sleek design, now look at it, honey, because it's Chad, wait a minute, hold on. Let me take this thing out this little case. Okay. So y'all can see the difference. Or at least see how, okay, now this is the Samsung phone. Okay, this is my current phone. Okay. This is my current phone. This here is the FG. Now, this is a little heavier than the Samsung. It's got a little bit more weight to it, which is I like. That's something that I like to let me know that I got a phone in my hand and carrying on. But look at it side by side. Okay. See? Mm-hmm. Absolutely fantastic. And this is a black-owned company. Black-owned. Black-owned. And he's a creator. He created this. It's more than just saying I'm black owned because put your name on something. I'm not saying that's what Ray J and them did because Ray J got the earbuds and carrying on. I'm not saying that with Dr. Dre and the beats are carrying on because I don't know because I haven't studied it. I don't know if that is completely black owned or if they just put their name on it and carrying on to do whatever and create a business. I'm not knocking the hustle. I'm stressing the fact that he created this because when you understand his story and get into who he is, you will understand he is a scientific genius and he created this. Now, like I said, I did not go with his cellular plans because T-Mobile was paid up to the end of the year, Chad. So I wanted to see what's going on first. uh, uh, take this in. But I am considering transferring my number because you can transfer your number over into his particular system. Now, that there is that. Now, for those of y'all who are wondering what I paid for this, because I know everybody like, okay, bitch, okay, you did all this. How much? How much was it, girl? Okay. Um, this particular system, because this is the ultimate, it goes for $499. Okay. I also got the warranty, of course. I got the lifetime warranty, which is another $120. But because I got it during Cyber Monday, what was supposed to be 600 and some change, I got it at 50% off. So I paid like $370 for this. Okay, for all of this entire kit. Okay, and that's including the warranty. I mean the protection plan. So that there's that. Okay, somebody said, what system is he under? He's under his own system, cuz this is my cousin, y'all. He's under his own system. He does his own thing, honey. Figures this does his own thing. Now, what that is saying is I don't know what towers that he's using because, of course, if he has his own thing, he's got to be partnering with somebody for the towers. But that there, I'm not exactly sure. But the company and everything is his. Everything is his. Okay, everything is his. So to find out more about him, is up here, Freddie Figures, figures.com. Yes, that's his real name. That is his real name. Okay. Yes, niggas with an F, honey. For those of y'all who ain't got it, yes, we are saying figures. Yes, we are. Okay, figures.com. The code, I don't know how long the code is, but if you're interested, the code, wait a minute, I'm gonna make it a banner. Okay. Banners. The code was figures dot wait a minute. I'm www.figgs.com, and then the code was cyber 2020. Okay, that was the code, and with that code, you could get 50% off. Okay. Now this here is the ultimate package here. If you just want the telephone, because there's a smaller package that's $3.99. And if you get that, it's $3.99, and it comes with the pair of the F buds. The F buds, is $3.99 and carrying on. And then of course when you get the if you use the code, if it's still active, okay. Um, yeah. Otis said, can we still get the cyber price? I'm not sure, baby. I'm not sure. I know today is Friday. I did this, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? I just did it, okay, because I thought it says Cyber Monday, and I thought everything was Monday, but I know a lot of the folks who are doing cyber sales are doing it through all week. So I don't know if today or tomorrow I don't know. So I'm going to y'all go ahead and before you check out, go through the process, put the code in there, the discount code, and then it'll clear it. If it doesn't clear it, or it'll tell you can't use that particular code. It'll tell you, and then instead of going through hitting yes or whatever, if it's too much for you, then you don't have to buy it. But go and check it out. So yeah, that's the code Cyber 2020, and like I said, if you choose to utilize his services and stay with his particular plans, if you go on the website, they have all of the plans and everything for you there to consider. Okay, and most of us have the unlimited plan, the $60-$70 plan from Metro and carrying on. He has a $60 unlimited plan as well. So I know I am considering going to try it out to see how his plan is and how it goes back and forth or whatever. Because I had left Metro one time before, and I'm considering doing it again because I want to support this man here. Okay, and carry on. So that there is my black product for the day. Okay, or for this week. But because it just came today, child, and I howled. I fucking howled. So yeah. I am ecstatic, and I can't wait to go and transfer this phone over so we can see how this thing works. Okay, I'm gonna come to the comments. Red, I see you down here shaking your head. I know. Come on up in here and talk to me.
Hey, what's happening, my tea sippers and crumpet doggers? Goddamn, what's going on? You figure deal me? All right.
Okay.
Hey.
Yes, honey.
They got a black on, brother. All we need is let's see. What else we need black on? Because you going through the whole circle. I'm trying to figure out. You got black on toilet paper. You got black on
black on tissue. We done talk about the black on tissue paper. Both companies that I found. We done found the black on trash bags. Okay, we got the black on telephone and carrying on. We got the black on shoe company. I did the shoes and stuff.
Okay. We coming out with dish and tea condoms. Black on dish and tea condoms.
Oh, how about that?
Right.
Okay, that's how about that?
We're gonna make sure.
And it's interesting that you say that because I would. We'll talk about that off the air.
We can stretch the urban dollar.
Huh? What a slogan! What? a fucking slogan.
And see, the commercial will be like
What
this.
a slogan.
Commercial be like this. When I roll up with the one I love, I roll up with a dish and tea condom.
Lord have mercy. When I roll up, okay, okay, that's a whole bunch of, okay, that's a whole bunch. That's a whole bunch. See, and we can sit down there and all the states where they have legalized marijuana, honey, they can be rolling up blunts. Anyway, okay, that's just a thought. I'm okay. Let me go to the comments. Okay, Amy says, we had 6 separate service calls about the speed until finally someone told us they're only as fast as the ancient lines they run through. Pay for top speed, receive less than half. Ain't that nothing? Ain't that motherfucking nothing? Okay, with a bell tail for us. Okay, it was bell tail for y'all. Yeah, it was called my bell for us. Leaving now. See, I knew Fred was gonna leave because he can't handle that shit, honey. He can't handle gay talk. So that's why I wanted to make sure we had that disclaimer up there first. But I hope people still up in here to hear about the product. Okay, love y'all right back. Okay, right there. Hey, auntie. Okay. Hey, princess. The disclaimer has been made. Hashtag Nighthawk Network. You have been warned. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay. Period. Okay. Oh, me, I like the black-owned toilet paper. The second one you got for us, I really like it, and I'm going to order some more. Hashtag buy black. You know what? I like that one better too. Red, I got you some over here. Okay.
I wish I'd have known that because I was getting ready to come out that way today, but you was indecisive on how you was moving around. So
yeah, and then it started raining. So shit. Okay, because I was supposed to be coming out your way, which
right.
I got to because I still need to come out there and show you some things on your computer. So I got to come out there anyway.
10-4.
Okay. Freddie Fisher is Figures is a computer programmer, inventor, and an African-American entrepreneur. He's the founder of Figures Communication. Okay. Okay, so now lives in Parkland, Florida, has an estimated net worth of $62 million. $62 million net. My God, today. Okay, language translation capabilities. Wow, yes, honey. This looked like it would be a nice gift if anyone wants to get me one. Okay. Okay, it's sleek. Yes. Okay. Would you say, wow, boss moves, hashtag. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Smashing. Yes. Correct. Added 5G capable, figures.com. Okay. That was my cousin. What's the name? Okay. F3 has 8 gigs of RAM, dual megapixel camera with zoom, and the earbuds come free. Yeah, they got earbuds with it, but the F-buds are a separate thing. The F-buds are the wireless ones. The earbuds that he have come with it. Okay, how much did you purchase? Okay, yeah, Freddie Figures. Okay. Can you put a list of black-owned businesses together? Because we're working on that. That there is what I'm working on. You understand? Yes. Oh, wait a minute. I missed this one. Hold on. Okay, this thing is bumping and I'm missing the things. Okay. He's also has an unlimited family plan with up to 4 lines. Yes. Can we still get the cyber price? Okay, I had put that up there earlier. Big Red, my main man. What it do, my G? Okay. Okay, wait a minute. What was that? Where can I get a list of black-owned companies? Okay, that's coming. Okay, the Bunker Tea. Yes.
Yeah, we can't. No, we don't worry about it because we need to put together the dish and tea culture catalog. And that's what's gonna happen.
Okay, right. So you can flip through it while you're having your crumpets, honey, and your tea. Cutting up already. Okay. In Detroit, we got a black-owned apple orchard in the hood. Really? I want more. I want to know about more of that because I
you know what, Beach? I meant to tell you, I got to find this guy that I used to work over at the Mega Building with. When we was doing medical billing. His mission was to work in medical and stack his money, and he was already working on the grants and was getting approved for a lot of stuff. He wanted to start his own what they call it, their own damn vineyard.
Really?
Black
For
owned.
grapes and because I would love listen. I tell y'all I'm gonna play the commercial later, but all of the businesses in the commercial, the advertising commercial, those are all Black owned products. In that, every product in there is a Black owned product. So all the wines and stuff, yes, I'm looking. Anybody who has a bar, particularly if you are Black owned, there is no reason why your liquor should not have all of the Black owned liquors, because you have a multitude of liquors that you're selling from. You have a multitude of wines. And here in Georgia, here in Atlanta specifically, we have like 3 Black owned beer companies.
Right. Nate, what was the
Okay.
name of the liquor?
GI,
what? The red bottle. Castel Vodka, all black.
Really? Okay.
It comes in a
and then from Detroit,
the bottle's so pretty, it's all red, bro. It is gorgeous.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay. Those of y'all who are from Detroit, y'all do know that Isaiah Thomas has his own brand of champagne.
Right. True.
Okay, and carrying on. So, yeah, and which I want to taste and carry on. Yeah, they got a website. Who? Okay. They were talking about the Apple Orchard. Okay. You're really showing out. New car, new phone, trip to Detroit. Hell, what's next? The world, baby. The world, honey. You know, I'm going global, honey. I got to go intergalactic, bitch. If Lieutenant Uhura can do it, I can too. Shit.
Hey, you tell Chi-Town we going to Dubai. Dish and TV's Dubai.
Okay. Oh, how about that? Now, that's on the real. Okay, that there's on the real. Okay. That's good. Thanks, Nick. Go to WeBuyBlack.com. Now, you know what? That there, cuz, and everybody who's looking for a Black-owned business, that's a good place to start. We Buy Black is concentrating. All of their businesses there are Black-owned companies and carrying on. In fact, in order to be listed, you have to be Black-owned, and they prefer Black-owned and operated. Okay. As a matter of fact, I'm looking to get the guy who put that website, and he's here in Atlanta. They're here. The headquarters for We Buy Black is here in Atlanta. Okay. So yeah. Now, I'm going to be talking about the Black-owned laundry detergent and the underwear on the next go-round, because they are father and son. And I thought that was absolutely hysterical. Okay, hysterical that they done that. It's like Scott. Yes, it is. The tissue paper. Yeah. Okay. I'm still waiting to come out of the bag any day on this Black-owned show. I'm coming. I got. You know what? It's gonna be. We'll do that this week. Let's say that for Sunday. We could probably do it tomorrow too. Let me flip a coin, because tomorrow I may have to pull out my cards, and my spirit just say pull out my cards, because somebody is toward the end of the year, so we got to get ready for that. And I don't know why, but that was just in my spirit to do. So okay. Okay, if they ship, I'll get some. Okay. Right. Oh, wait a minute. See, here go this bitch going again. Y'all heard that? She said, I got this on the web. Okay. Amy, there's a Black-owned bakery in Chelsea, Alabama called Cheese Bakery that we got Ruby's first birth cake from. Delicious, really. Okay. Now, I'll tell you something. Now, see, I love the Black-owned children, honey, because there's a T-girl, honey, trans girl. I think she's out of Chicago. Is it Tati's Tasty Treats? I think that's it. And baby, that girl there got some shit. I haven't tasted it yet, but I'm trying to get her to see. She was trying to make sure that shipping here to Atlanta, it was going to hold up. But she does ship out of state. But she was going through something at the time, because she got this motherfucking it was a turtle cake that she did. Wait a minute. I found her out through Flame, because it's one Flame knew her, and I said okay, Because I'm trying. Yeah, we on that particular quest. Okay. Name of the orchard is Core Orchards Detroit. Okay. All right. Hey fam. And then now here's the website. Coreorchards.com. Okay. There are a couple of black-owned liquors. T.S. Madison had one on her show. Okay. Dubai or something else. The scenery and the buildings over there itself are just mind-boggling. Okay. Another state to find black-owned business is Official Black Wall Street. They have an app for Google Play and Apple. Official Black Wall Street? Really? Who's that?
That's Tati.
Ah.
I'm from Chicago, Nick. You forget.
Okay.
Tati opened up in 2017, bro.
Oh, okay. Oh, but you knew who the hell I was talking about.
Yeah, I'm a cupcake fool.
Okay. Oh, and we have to add my brother's underwear company, Body by R&R. Okay. Exactly. Now he's doing underwear. We got the other black-owned underwear company carrying on. So that there, okay. So I got through the comments and carrying on. So that there, that's our black-owned product for the day, child. I'm telling y'all, I'm very excited about this. The presentation is absolutely fantastic.
Man, that's awesome. That box is awesome.
Okay. Oh, listen. Okay, the box is sickening. This motherfucking box is absolutely sickening. Okay,
I have to level him out with Mr. Ford with the glasses. It's like if you got the phone, you need to have the glasses. It was like,
see there. Do you see where this is going?
Right.
Do you see where this is going?
Right.
You see there. Okay. Listen.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm gonna give you this last one. Then you can go ahead and jump ship. But there is remember how FUBU started in the prison system? The guys was in jail and they created the FUBU company.
Okay.
Well, there is a new company that Cupcake came across that they're starting, and the guys are incarcerated, and they have a correctional facility and they taking this stuff and they resewing it, tearing it apart, making hoodies out of this stuff and everything, and it's the most fashionable. I mean, they laying it down.
Really?
They starting a whole clothing company and clothing line from inside.
Really? Oh, now shit. Now see, I'm tipped. I need to see. Y'all send me a link so I can see what the hell they doing.
Right.
Okay. I need to see what this is looking like.
Hey, research department, find a link to that clothing company.
Okay. Hello, darling. Hey, JoJo. Okay. JoJo Dancer, your life is calling. What's up, baby? Ah. Okay. Now, okay. Since I said a movie title, this is going to be your homework or your fun time that we're going to do in between this. And y'all see, I'm trying to stay light right now because when we get into this topic, it's going to be heavy, and I know this is going to take up the show. But in the meantime, in between time, hey Charles, how you doing, sweetheart? Here is something that I want you guys to do, and I have a little fun with. Okay. The first part of it is I want you to start naming some of your favorite all-black cast movies. I don't care what genre, I don't care what time span. Name your all-time or some of your favorite all-black cast movies. Okay. Or if they had a strong presence. Okay. If there was a character in there that was just, and then start quoting some of the lines. Okay, because see, when I need to get heavy, I'm gonna come up in here and I'm gonna start doing a couple of these lines of stuff. I know y'all know already. I'm gonna do my Vera Walker. Okay, y'all know I'm coming with Vera Walker, so just be ready. So we want to do that, and then while you're thinking about that, think about movies that you think could be remade with an all-black cast. Okay, name a movie that you think would be fabulous with an all-black cast. I'm gonna
start. With the wind.
Huh?
Gone with the Wind.
I'm gonna start, and I'm going to say The Bad Motherfucking Seed. The
Okay.
original, honey, with Miss Rhoda.
Mm-hmm.
Give me back my shoes, Leroy. Listen. Okay. That movie, and I want to see Auntie Mame done as an all-black cast. Catch Auntie Mame as an all-black cast. Okay? Catch it. Okay?
You know what I think would be something amazing? Oh God. I'm gonna tell you something that'd be amazing. If you take something like E.T. and redo it in all black cast.
How about that? Okay.
Let's get science fiction. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine that?
Okay.
But think about the different reactions that you got to write in the script. A mother finds a little fucking alien in her house. You know what I'm saying? Now take it from Afro-American mother.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Okay. Okay, but wait a minute. Hold on. Scarletta? Are you tied up? God damn it. Okay, wait a minute. Let me go to a commercial break because someone's knocking at the door and I gotta go let them in. Do me a favor. Open the door and let them in. Okay. Let me take a commercial. I'll be right back. Okay. Pay attention to these products, children.
Attention all business owners. Use your advertising dollars here. Looking to reach a more diverse audience for your products and your services? Well, this is the platform for you. Dishing Tea Entertainment welcomes all businesses who wish to expand their brands and looking for clientele that's more than grown and sexy, but also the seasoned and sophisticated. For more information on how this spot can be yours, contact Big Meat at 404-914-5610 or go to our website at www.dishingtea.com. Be bold, be unique, be the tea with a unique body oil fragrance from the Sensuality Fragrance Collection. The Sensuality Collection embodies a unique array of customized original scents created by Big Meat. Indulge yourself in such fragrances as eye candy, foreplay, anticipation, shower fresh, naked beauty, or pay homage to the motherland and choose an oil from our exclusive Wakanda collection. Over 17 different scents that will tantalize your senses. Order yours today. Log on to www.dishingtea.com for more information. Because remember, it's all about the tea. Sensuality, that is.
Have you tried Big Rob Popcorn? It's a wonderful anytime snack that everyone will love. Available in 3 flavors. Grown and Sexy, which is the perfect mix of cheddar, cheese, and caramel. Sugar Shack, a fruitful flavored mix of watermelon and apple. So delicious and good. How about spicy butter and white cheddar? Everyone loves it. That's why it's called good. All Big Rob snacks are manufactured in a FDA-approved facility and flash sealed for freshness, safety, and worldwide delivery. To order, call or text 937-367-8650. That's 937-367-8650. Or contact Big Rob via Instagram at Hey Big Rob. As the holidays approach, take advantage of the holiday special. Purchase more than 2 bags and receive a free CD. Call or text 937-367-8650 to place your order now. Big Rob Popcorn, the perfect snack that you will love. It's so delicious.
It's your girl, Wendy Williams, on the mic. I am here to stay. Wendy Williams is not going anywhere. I'm going to come in like a hurricane. So, Whitney, are you still using drugs?
Who wants to give you a talk show?
Millions of people turn on the radio to listen to me.
You're the star.
I am going to tell it like it is. I'm becoming a real business. And I've been trusting you to take care of all of that.
You're self-indulgent. You're narcissistic. You got a coke habit.
He's having a baby with her.
Before I had you, I had me. And not you nor anyone else have the power to take away my gifts.
I'm gonna bring the heat.
I will turn this city out.
A Lifetime original movie, Wendy Williams, premieres Saturday, January 30th at 8, only on Lifetime.
All right, and we are back. Okay. Y'all caught that, didn't you? Wendy Williams movie, honey, coming to Lifetime. Yeah, sugar. Okay. Yeah, sugar. Okay. That heifer got, she got a movie, child. They did a movie of her life. And I don't half watch her show much anymore. But I went on YouTube and I saw that she had debuted the trailer on her show. And also, we're talking with the director. And for what I'm under, she's not in it or anything. And I really don't know what she had to do with it outside of maybe whatever they did to write the script. Okay. So be that as it may. But this is going to be very, 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 very interesting and telling. The girl who they got to play her, she's giving it to us, ain't she? Okay. She's giving it to us, okay. So, yeah. Oh, you said that. Big Rob commercial reminds me of WTPR back in the day. You know what? Well, he is in Ohio. He did a lot of time in Detroit, so he may know what's going on. Okay. What'd you say? When I grow up, I'm gonna have to. Thank you, baby. I got to go, y'all. Big certification exam early to wish you luck, Amy. Luck. Yes. Okay. All right, with the Billie G. Williams sexy voice commercials, darling. Well, thank you, darling. Hey, okay, Coca-Cola, quart 45, honey. Okay, either one, it don't matter. Okay. Yes, these short commercials, fierce. Thank you, baby. Okay. What'd you say? Oh, Lord, I can quote that one all day until the roosters come home. Okay. How about that? Okay. Until you do right by me. Okay, Okay, yeah, anything sci-fi. Okay, I'm with it. Okay. Cute. Don't bring me no bad news. Okay. You'll pass the exam with flying colors. Okay, you got this, darling. Yes. Okay. Oh, sookie now. What you say, honey? Okay, well, Big Rob is in Ohio. Big Red had to step away for a minute. Okay, yeah, we got a lot of bigness going on down here. Okay. The You Can't Win song by Michael Jackson. Okay, You Can't Win, honey. All right. So I got through all the comments, and now let's get into the meat of today's show. Okay. And the meat of today's show, like I said, is going to take us into an area that may be a little uncomfortable for some. So again, I'm going to put my disclaimer up here, honey, because the start of this is going to be very gay, very sexual, and things of that nature. And if you can't handle gay sex, then this is not the show for you. All right. But we are going to is all going to correlate and tie in together because you're going to see the similarities. And one of the things I try to do when talking about sexuality and sexual orientation is to make sure that I correlate it so that everybody can see that we're basically all the same. Okay. Now, this conversation stems from what I had earlier today with my grandbaby. Okay. And as we were talking, I said, oh, shit, that's going to be tonight's topic. Because this child said something to me that took me in for a loop. Okay. And that there is, when it comes down to really being intimate, really understanding what sex is, okay? Understanding the dynamics of sex, understanding that most folks don't believe sex is sex unless you're being penetrated, okay? Um, um, and when it comes down to the alphabet children, particularly men, uh-huh, uh, it is a dynamic that we go through when we talk about top, bottom, versatile, this, that, and the other. And so my grandbaby sat up here and said, when basically I'm a versatile top, and if I'm in a relationship, I prefer where I'm in a relationship with a versatile bottom because I can handle every now and again that he may want to penetrate me. Okay. But for the most part, I would rather be the one doing the penetrating. Okay. Because my ass is very sacred to me. I just don't give that away to just any and everybody. He said, now dick, I could sling anywhere. Dick, I could sling dick in anywhere, and I don't care about all that. I mean, I care, but I don't care. Then he said, but my ass, that's a little different because it's sacred. And then I had an epiphany. Because one of the things that I do know, and ladies, I need y'all to chime in on this. One of the things that I do know is that those who are on the receiving end, whether you're male or female, you are there to receive all that the men bring in. Okay. And you are there, as a receptor, basically. Not as and when you do, there's a transfer of energy, and this is why I miss the days where women used to choose the men. They sit up there, and it was an honor for a woman to tell a man she wanted to be the mother of his children. It was an honor in that because she saw him as being someone whose line needed to be to prop, whose line and who needed kids to have his name, make a difference in the world and carry on. And we've lost a lot of that. But when it comes down to the alphabet children, since we can't have babies or whatever, one of the things that happens is bottoms usually become a little bit more emotional because they're receiving from the dude. You understand? And so because they get caught up, and then they become a little bit more vulnerable than what most folks think men should be. And it's in that space that tends to garner a whole bunch of all this uncharted waters, if you will, because usually, normally, most of the time, the bottoms are usually coming across as the emotional ones, the bitchy ones, the ones that always got something to say, and the ones who are looking for relationship, the ones who are looking for more than just sex to satisfy me, the ones who are looking for the whole enchilada when it comes down to saying, oh, this is my man. You understand? Ladies, I know you do because it's basically the same shit. But what happens is when a man sits up there and gives himself to another man, okay, and then the man treat him like shit, dirt, disregard him, and this, that, and the other, then there's a bitterness that is created. Women, you don't necessarily have that bitterness because women are taught that a man is going to be a man. Okay, y'all are taught to bounce back from it and carry on. It's embedded in our DNA from from slavery days or whatever, because they sold the families, they split the families. So women, you're better equipped to handle a man not living up to his responsibility. I was going to say his potential. That's the wrong word. Not living up to his responsibilities, because if he travels or does this and another, then it becomes the whole idea that, oh, a man gonna be a man. Okay. And then women, and I hated this during the 70s. I couldn't stand when women would say, well, having a piece of man is better than having no man at all. But I'm like, bitch, what piece did you got? Do you got the asshole in, or do you got something else? Because if all you got is dick, honey, then hell, that's community property. That's a piece of trade. And that there's what the African children see. We deal with trade. And that's what the trade is, community dick, baby. Community dick. It's a trade-off. You give me dick and you go over here. You know what I'm saying? Trade is community dick. Okay? That's what trade is. Okay? And the thing of it is that oftentimes you will hear gay children say that, oh, honey, I'm going out to trade. It's lovely this evening. The trade. Oh, the trade is sickening this evening. Honey, but the trade is just that. You trying to have the trade, they trying to have the trade, they trying to have the trade, and all of y'all done had the same trade, and then y'all bitches sitting up here fighting over trade. Okay? And trade does say fuck to both of y'all and went over there to your other sister. Okay? And then this bitch comes sitting up there, okay? Now, let me tell y'all something. For those of y'all who watch Pose, did y'all watch Pose in that episode where Blanca thought she had the dude, honey? The dude was coming on to her and shit, and this, that, and the other. And Blanca just knew she had a dude, and then all the other girls were like, oh, bitch, that's Charles, or whatever name was. Oh, honey, yes. Oh, he loves the girls, bitch. Okay. And Blanca was like, bitch, wait a minute, honey. He just gave me the deal, bitch. He just out there, oh, bitch, he all into a girl and shit, okay? I'm looking cute, and he just said the right shit and carrying on. But then all the girls pulled a coattail to that tea. Oh, honey, that's a panty sniffer. Okay? So now, here's what this is. Because my grandbaby said, the last two relationships that I was in, I was a total bottom. And now my grandbaby feels as though there's an element of herself that's been lost because she has been vulnerable for so long. And now trying to reclaim that is she in the background hollering, reclaiming my time. Come on, Maxine. Come on, Maxine. Now it's like, okay, the whole essence of damn, okay, and it becomes deeper than what the surface is. Because the essence that I heard was, I can't be in no relationship and be that vulnerable again because the stakes are too high. It cost me too much because it had me in a space that I did not know myself, or I was acting out of character. And I think that's the big one, acting out of character. Because now, listen, and to put it bluntly, honey, if the dick is good, bitch, what Samoa say, honey, if you don't know good dick, like I know good dick, okay? Well, she said, bitch, when you get some real good dick, you can spot that motherfucker in the Million Man March. Okay? How many of y'all, and some of us would call it dickmatized or whatever. Some of us would just say, listen, honey, okay, Papa Joe just sat down here and just socked it to me. Okay? And sometimes I like to call it that in instances like that, those children introduce you to yourself because they take you into places that you never thought that you can reach. Okay. And oftentimes those things are spiritual. There's a spiritual connection there. But what happens is that you get caught up in your spirit because it's like, oh my God, and they get caught up in the activity and don't give two cents less than a damn about what else is going on. You understand? Now, straight children, let me talk to my straight men for a minute. Here is where there's this, the similarity comes into play. Because straight men, how many of you have had women come up to you and they want you to be they want you to be this, and this, but yet at the same time, they really want you. They want somebody to be in touch with their softer side. They want somebody who knows how to put lotion on their hands. They don't want your hands real rugged and carrying on when you're touching them. They want you to be able to understand how they feel and it's okay to cry at a movie and to talk and to be a little bit that way. They want the softer side because they already know what the hardness is. But what happens when you show that side? A woman who abuses that, she run all over you, okay? She take your vulnerability and then she put you on Front Street. She talk about you like a dog to her girlfriends, okay? And that's a bitch who don't give a fuck about you. She'll sit down there, say she wants you to be lovely and soft and this, that, and the other, and cater to her needs and shit. But the second you sit down there and cry at The Color Purple because booty mama and Celie get her goddamn kids back, bitch, and the tear roll down your motherfucking face, now you a big ass punk and shit because she gonna tell your girlfriend all them niggas go crying and shit at the goddamn movie. What man go cry at The Color Purple? Bitch, that touched me. Okay, how come it couldn't touch me the way that it touched you? We cried together. Ain't that what the OJ said? We cried together, and then we made love. Come on. Ooh. Okay, let me go to the comments. I'm gonna start here because Charles put this up here a while ago before I started talking, and I want to answer. Yes, baby, I do like the Power Rangers, believe it or not. Okay. Do you have all of their movies? Okay. What we got here? This is an interesting subject for the heterosexual person like myself because we often have preconceived notions about how same-sex relationships go. I myself assume that most relationships with both ways, top and bottom. That's a good point. And you're one of the few who believe that. You're one of the few, Eric, because most folks, coming from the D, a lot of folks want to sit down there and think that, oh, because you gay, that means you want to get fucked in the ass. And I had to tell a straight person, I said, well, hell, if all of us are gay and all of us want to get fucked in the ass, who doing the fucking? And that there was a concept that fucked his head up. If you had seen his face, I was working at Uptown Bookstore, the sex shop up there on 6 Mile and Woodward. I was at the second store over there on 8 Mile and Asbury Park. And the guy, he was the security officer. And we had that conversation. And it was an aha moment because I was like, no, honey, no. And he couldn't grab that. He just could not grab it because what he had in his mind were all the snap queens and the feminine children. You see. Come on up in here, Red. I see you waving down planes and shit.
Man, look, bro. Okay. I've been waiting on you to do this.
Okay.
Look, Eric, first things first. If you're going to be an ally of the alphabet children, the last thing that need to cross your mind is what goes on in their bedroom.
Ooh. Well,
I look at it like this. Top or bottom, they still have the same issues of who's carrying the masculine doggone flag and who's carrying the femme flag when it comes to doggone woman on woman or male on male. And the same thing. If let's talk about bottoms. All right.
Ah,
Yeah, literally. We're gonna talk about bottoms.
let's do it.
Just like that is the most sacred place of oh hey Scott, what's going on? This is the most sacred place of a woman because they'll give you hell before they give you tail. You know what I'm saying? You can get all the pussy in the world.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. That's a banner. Hold on. They would give you hell before they give you tail. Wait a minute. That's a banner. Let me put it up here on the banner.
Because sometimes you could ruin a whole damn relationship by asking for the booty hole. See, they already have doggone conquered the fear of penetration through losing their virginity. For them to have to go through another fear of penetration is devastating. Especially when they say that one is god doggone probably worse than the first one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You snap the little hymen. Sometimes you don't even know it's been snapped.
Well.
But you bust that ass open, you're going to know it before the whole thing up in there.
Well.
Besides, I had one of my best female friends tell me once you get past the head, the rest is easy.
Well, and she's right, but okay.
But but at the same time, it is a fight. It is also a major emotional motherfucking wall that a woman holds dear to whoever she allows to doggone do that.
Right. Right.
And if you think that you are finna doggone take off and leave that woman after you have motherfucking went through every tunnel of her motherfucking body, you got another goddamn thing coming.
Okay.
Because that's when Jasmine comes out and she's gonna bust the windows out your car.
Ooh.
Yeah. They not busting windows out your car just because the dick was good. No, because they allowed you to go down to motherfucking sacred lane. If you done bust the asshole or they done swallowed the cum.
Well,
something on another plateau that made it go from physical to more emotional.
Okay.
And it's no different from a man playing bottom. If he allows you in that realm of his life, then his expectations of you have just went up through the roof.
Hello. Hello.
This is that part where we say there's not much difference between a homosexual relationship rules and regulations or a heterosexual relationship rules and regulations.
Right. Right.
At the same time, you're fucking with somebody's heart and sucking somebody's feeling, and you're fucking with somebody's physicalities.
Right. The nuances that become different is the fact that, like I said earlier, women, let me say females are taught and they are geared to accept the fact that men will be men. Okay. And so they are geared to accept a man and his not philander, but his damn hoish ways and carried on. They are willing to go through it, even though they want to blame the other woman a lot of times. Oftentimes they expect it in some regard. This is why we always have the conversations of why do men cheat and carry on. And usually that subject comes up all the time from people who are looking for relationships from quality men, but all their actions are saying, bitch, you ain't relationship oriented. And then you're attracted to these damn no good motherfuckers to begin with who you met them hoeing.
Another thing too, all right? Stop selling men 5-star restaurant motherfucking goddamn dreams if you a fucking buffet. You understand what I'm saying? You sell them 5-star restaurant dreams, and then when you don't have the right shit on the menu, and he decides to go to McDonald's to grab a motherfucking burger, well, bitch, maybe you should have served the burger at your restaurant.
My God. Trying to be impressive, honey. That fake it till you make it bullshit, honey. Listen. If you pay attention to a man, honey, he gonna tell you everything you need to motherfucking know. All you gotta do is pay attention. Stop assuming.
Okay, stop. Rewind and say that shit again. Start and say it again.
Okay.
If
you pay attention to a man, honey, he gonna tell you everything you need to know about him. Stop assuming and pay attention. Listen, my brother said this to me, God rest his soul. He was so motherfucking basic, I didn't believe. I was like, child, we come from the same household. How in the hell are you this damn basic? Okay, but this was my brother, okay? And he said to me, and he told this to his wife, listen, all I need for you to do is to take care of my kids, clean this house. You sit down here and listen to me when I talk, and fuck me. If you do that on a consistent basis, we have no issue. Because my brother gave, and my sister-in-law, honey, Sharon, you know, my brother gave her the world. And no, I'm gonna go one further. If he could have, he'd have gave her heaven. Okay. But that's just who my brother is, because he was like, listen, and he praised his wife all the time. He said, my wife takes care of me. Okay. But then my sister-in-law, she said all the time, no, that was a good man. That was a good man. Okay. Now, this is not to say that he didn't have his faults and his flaws and carrying on, because we all do.
We all do.
We know when you got somebody in your life that's going to sit down there and run the gamut, then it's up to us to do that. But when you sit down and you break it, when they show you who they are in their most vulnerable place, see, oftentimes you think when a person gets naked, it means they took off their clothes because y'all ready to fuck. No. When a person gets naked in front of you and reveals their soul, when they reveal their soul, and then because of how y'all come together and have relations, that intensifies that. Because now, let me tell you something, and I tell this to straight men all the time. Your best sexual encounters were not because of something you damn did. It's because she said, yes, you could.
You're damn right.
You understand? Your best sexual encounters happened when she said, yes, you could. Now, let me
ask you a question, Meech. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is a question of experience and wisdom.
Right.
And I wanted to see if you experienced this.
Okay.
Most of the time, the intimate sessions of total intimacy is like when you say the revealance of your soul and the total stripping of your clothes, right?
Right.
Most of the time, it's in a dark place or a low light situation.
Right.
Have you ever been in a doggone moment of intimacy where the whole fucking room lights up, like it was like glowing, like the moonlight was in there?
Oh, let me tell you the honest to God truth. Finish your statement, because yeah.
I thought that I was tripping. It was dead ass black in that room. And when that penetration came, a light came around us. It wasn't nothing else, and every inch of your body became a master fucking spot of endorphins and motherfucking goddamn erogenous motherfucking zones all over. Motherfucker could have licked a cuticle on your fingers and you bust a fucking nut. That's
how about that?
Crazy. But when you find that, You need to respect that.
Okay.
Because the
Let me
room ain't
tell
just
you.
lit up for you. It's lit up for the both of y'all.
I'm gonna tell you something and see again. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Gonna tell y'all my business. Okay. Gonna tell y'all my motherfucking business.
Tell it like it's I is, Big Meech. Tell it like it's I
Listen.
is.
I was same damn bookstore I was just talking about. I was working at the adult bookstore. Now, just previous to that, I had gotten robbed. Okay. And it took me through a loop or whatever. And so this one particular Sunday morning, a Sunday evening rather, I had just closed the bookstore. I'm walking down 8 Mile because I didn't want to, I wanted to get to the bus stop, but I had to go down to Greenfield. So I got to Greenfield and there was seats there so I could sit down and carry on. Well, I did not know that this guy was following me because 8 Mile is a regular thoroughfare, so it's heavy. It has a lot of heavy traffic, and I didn't realize that he was following me. And he pulls up to the bus stop. He said, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "Hey, what's going on?" And he said, "You all right?" And just in his tone, I knew where this was going. Okay. And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine, thank you." He said, "Where you trying to get to?" I said, "Well, I'm trying to go home. Are you trying to hustle for some gas money? Because I'm going too far, and I'd rather sit here just deal with my little $1.25. He said, "No, I'm not dealing with that." He said, "I don't need no gas right now, but I just happen to see you walking, and I've been following you for a little minute, and I see you came down here." I said, "You been following me?" He said, "Yeah, because I'm liking what I'm seeing." And I said, "Oh, really?" Now, as I started walking to the car, I had this peace and this calm come over me that I could not explain. Okay. And I said, "Oh, okay. Well, this is okay." So he said, "Listen, I'll run you home." And I said, "Now listen now, because I'm going too far. Now we could go down here. You could drop me at 8 Mile and Woodward if you want. Because that was my connection point." I said, "But I'm going entirely too far." He said, "Well, where you going?" I said, "Well, I'm going way west because I'm going over here on 8 Mile and McKinley. I mean, Warren and McKinley."
Okay.
And so he was like, "Well, come on now, I'll take you." But like I said, I got this peace over me and I felt it was okay to do. So I said, "Okay."
Right.
So when I opened up the door to get in the car, there was a screwdriver on the floor on the passenger side. So as I got in, I had picked that screwdriver up and put it on my side. I was like, "Okay, this motherfucker tried something, I'm a dag his ass." Okay. So I'm like, "Okay." Well, as we were traveling, now mind you, to say 8 Mile, McKinley and Warren is equivalent from my house to your house, Red. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And I'm like, "All right. Uh, okay." So as we're driving, we had wonderful, 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 wonderful conversation and carrying on. And then he put his hand on my thighs and shit and carrying on. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, wait a minute." And so we get to my place. But we had got so engaged in the conversation, I had invited him to come up because we were really into this conversation. So he came up, and then I had a distraction because my neighbor happened to hear me come home and wanted to ask motherfucking questions and shit, being nosy. Almost trying to cock block, but I had to close the door in his face. I said, "Honey, I guess, thank you." So next thing I know, old boy had came over to me. He asked if he could hug me. I said, "Sure, you give me a hug." And he hugged me. Then we started kissing. It was at that particular point, honey, that I actually started to realize what the fuck was in my apartment. because when I looked at him, he was everything. You know, I like the little pit bull kind of motherfuckers, right? Oh, he had to been about maybe 5'7", stocky shoulders, big ass thighs, and carrying on. And I was like, oh my God, today. Well, one thing led to another, and it began. And these are during the days where I was total bottom. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I'll say verse. Well, we could say verse bottom because but baby, I said, wait a minute, honey, no. And that boy got undressed, and everything that stood in front of me said, God gave this to me just for me. You understand? Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you, bitch? God shined on me with this motherfucker here. And I said, okay. So then Sweet Pussy Pauline in my head came out. Well, I put one foot on the dresser and the other one on the motherfucking nightstand. Bitch, because I rolled that motherfucker till I couldn't. And that was my first time trying that particular position because I would never do that. Okay, I never would do that. But I tried that, and baby, I'm sitting up here getting my motherfucking life so much so to where, bitch, we got acrobatic. Because that dick got so motherfucking good, bitch. I scooped that motherfucker up and did a backflip because I wanted him to be on top of me. So I scooped him up and flipped backwards and kicked my legs back. Bitch, right there. You talking about the damn sunshine in the room, bitch? That came from him. That motherfucker put a goddamn Cheshire smile on his motherfucking face, so goddamn small. Baby, I swore it was daytime in the goddamn room. Okay? When I tell you that motherfucking dick was so goddamn swell, bitch, child, listen, I skipped him to the door, honey. But what made it so grand for me was that after, because we went 2 rounds, bitch. After it was said and done, he said, damn, could I take a bath? Because I didn't have a shower. He want to take a bath, bitch. So just, you know the hell I did. Yes, the fuck I did. I let him take a bath. And he wanted me to draw his baths. Bubbles and everything, bitch. And he stood up. He stood up in the motherfucking bathtub, bitch.
Start clapping, y'all.
He stood up in the bathtub and was washing his body with me watching because he wouldn't close the door. He stood up in that motherfucking bathtub, bitch, and washed his body with me washing him. Bitch, when I tell you Wonder Twin Powers activation in form of that motherfucking bubbles, okay, so buds, bitch, I'm telling you that, no, I didn't have to get in the bathtub with him, but that experience was, when I have moments like that, this is what I know God said that because I have not seen that man since. I have no, that's a lie. I've seen it one other time, and the one time that I said I was at work, he showed up at my job. He was on a date with somebody else and showed up at my job. I was working at the restaurant. I was security at the gay restaurant. He showed up there, bitch. He pulled up. I was like, ooh, wait, hot damn. So yeah, I said all of that to say, yeah, that sunshine and yeah, I know it. Oh yeah, okay. Let's go to the comments. Let me go to the comments. Right. Okay. Let me go to the comments. That's 100. Facts. Okay. Jasmine. Okay. Wait a minute. You that came in. Let me bring her up in here because I know she got something to say. Hold on, girl. I'm gonna bring you in. I'll send her the link. Okay. Would you please come in, Miss Nikki? Yeah, that was sometime last year. Okay. Sex is best when you have it out of love and not out of lust. Say that, Bob. Okay. I know. Oh my. Okay. Tell me, girl. Exactly. I'm laughing so hard right now. Y'all lucky everyone is gone and my belief ain't here yet. where did she go? I was just about to pull her in. So, and now listen, because see, in that particular regard, you know, one of the things, and I have to equate that because when the child is about my vulnerability, well, no, I pulled that part out because it was like something was taken from me because I just don't feel like I was myself, or I feel like something has been lost because I was bottoming all the time. And in those particular relationships, I now it's like I have to do what I need to do or do what I feel I gotta do in order to get back to me. So if I'm just slinging dick, I'm just slinging dick because now it's all about trying to try not to be vulnerable. So I'm not going to be in a relationship anymore until I do X, Y, and Z. So that there is that, you know. But oftentimes, our bottoms or those who are on the well, wait a minute, you know what? Let me do this because we got a lot of women out there who like to top the guys. They like to ride and carry on, especially what they call it, the Amazon position. The guy got his legs up and she sits on the dick and she look like she fucking him. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. That's called the Amazon position. Okay. And that has become so popular now. I mean, because the gay children are doing it too. Okay. The gay children are doing it too, to where the bottoms are now that the tops will lay on their back and kick their legs up, and the bottoms will come up and ride the dick, but it looked like the bottom is fucking the top. Okay. So now that we have that, you know, women like to be on top too. So men, in fact, there was a movie out called Woman on Top. It was a rom-com. And the thing of it is, the guy in there, it was Penelope Cruz, and I can't think of the guy's name, but it was a Spanish love story. But the guy in there was so busy trying to be masculine and carrying on, you know, to where that was part of their breakup because he was like, well, shit, why you got to be always in control? In control, you want to be on top. I'm supposed to be on top. I'm the man, you know, and carrying on. And he says that in the movie. So it's like, what is that? You know, for men who open their vulnerability up like that, and like because now there's a lot of straight men are into pegging, you know, to where they're comfortable.
Right there. Okay. Flag on the play. Okay. Okay. Right. I have not yet to understand that situation because I feel like, because we said this before, blindfolded, you don't know who touching you.
Right.
So if you're going to be into pegging, who's to say that's not a cry for help?
Well, is it a cry for help? Or see, here's the thing. When it comes down to being there, here's that vulnerability thing and being naked. Because males have not been taught how to enjoy themselves, all of themselves sexually. So a lot of stuff that men may think they like, or no, not may think, men that they know they like certain activities, it has been bred and deemed that that's gay or whatever, to where to think of it, the art of it, to hear about it, whatever, they get closed off. When you got those men who are open enough to say, okay, yeah, I'm part of this, I want to experience this, and they realize this is something that they like, then it becomes this. Pegging, most of the time, now I'm gonna say this because every time I've seen it done, I've only seen it done in porn and amateur porn. And the dudes who have it done, honey, they have sissy fat anyway. Okay, a lot of them look like they're a bumpy girl away from being a woman. Okay. No, yeah, shade. I'm gonna be shady. Yeah, fuck it. Okay. I'm gonna say no shade, no tea. No, that's all shade, all tea. All shade, all tea. Okay.
Okay, look at it. Okay, stop. Okay, the pegging, right? Okay, hold on. When they do this, do they have it like, okay, is it another one of them Amazon shits like they on their back getting pegged or?
No, not necessarily. Some are doggy style. Most of the time I've seen it doggy style.
Okay, so you goddamn, that's just going too goddamn far. You gonna turn around, and motherfucker goddamn bend your back over. You might well get your boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
now listen, hold on. Because that's how you see it as a straight man who has no interest in having your ass played with.
not at all.
Okay. Now,
Well, I mean, a woman with the right tongue movement, yeah, but that's different.
anywho,
I like you,
but that form of vulnerability is not discussed. You know, is not discussed. You know, in a platform where a lot of men are comfortable with that. And then how rigid we are with what we say a man should be, supposed to be, and this, that, and the other. We don't get that. And then here's the other thing: what women are expecting of men to be. You know what I'm saying? Because a man can't sit down there and say that out loud that I'm into this.
But isn't it ironic? Wait. Isn't it ironic? Okay, now because you're a smart dude. Isn't it ironic that historically homosexuality was over heterosexual? Because when you think about it, the Romans and all them, and you can go all the way back to bed warmers, which is little boys in the bed with them.
Right.
Like at what point did you become so masculine that you wanted to stop goddamn taking it up the ass or something?
Okay.
Because it was a natural norm when you was a tough ass soldier with a sword in your hand.
Exactly.
Which I couldn't understand that. You go to war, run up and chopping heads off, but goddamn at night you grab your ankles. That's something that was an oxymoron to me right there.
Exactly. Hold on. Barbara said something. I'm gonna challenge that. Most bi men may peg, but no straight man will. That's not necessarily so. And the reason why I challenge that is because it is assumed that a man who peg may be bi.
All right, well,
but that's not exactly that. That there as a speculation is a great assumption. But that's not necessarily. Let me bring Nikki in here.
Hey, can I phone a friend?
The hell is going on in here?
Hey, Nikki.
What in the hell is going on up in here?
Okay, can I phone? I'm from the phone. Excuse me, Naomi.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need a line? You need a line?
Couple, and you as an arbitrator right quick for about 5 minutes. Can you hurry up, please?
Oh, God.
Okay, I have a couple here, and the reason I'm even calling them because they're young. Okay, and they got
Oh, Lord.
All right, there is the couple right there. There he is, the guy scratching his head. All right.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, Lord, is we about to devastate the babies? Let's just disclaimer first.
They grown as hell.
I'm not talking to you.
So, he's still babies.
Look, there we go. You have a unconditional love for this young lady, correct? Okay. So what boundaries do you have? Like, you know, she's already doggone like a dominant female, correct? So what if she felt like, okay, we got our own place now, and you need to understand, goddamn it, I run shit, and I'm gonna need you to bend over. Let me show you how the strap works. And the reason she wants to do that because she feel like, goddamn it, you do it to me. What's the difference? I'm not gonna tell nobody. It's between us. You gonna let her do that?
Break it up.
Shit. Everybody think they're telling somebody.
She is cracking up. Look,
I mean, I know she's 90% pimp because I motherfucking goddamn taught her shit, but I'm just saying. like, you know, like, let's be honest. Like, I mean, if it's unconditional,
Don't get that boy no heart attack. That child sitting up there about ready to
And then I
pass
just say,
out.
was we gonna devastate the damn kid? Lord.
He about ready to pass out. Poor baby.
So you telling me that you don't love her enough to let her take your ass?
She can't. I'm not letting her do that.
I don't know, because it look like you
And leave him alone. That's his right.
I know.
Hell no.
Are you sure? You look like you kind of uncertain.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
I'm just saying, you ain't look at her like you scared that she might want you to do it.
I looked at her and she think it's funny that you asked me that question.
But here's the other side of that question. Here's the other side of that question, Red.
You know,
Red.
hey, look here, my turn. What you saying?
Here's the other side of that question. Now, how is she really looking at him if he would say yes?
Now get out of my head.
Come
out
on.
of my head.
Because I already
Get
told y'all
out of
before,
my
I don't have
head.
a problem with somebody being bisexual, whatever, but that's not for me. So if you want me to do that to you, I'm calling Meech and be like, hey, he about 5'9", he's sticking the hips and whatnot. I'm about sitting around there to you.
You know how I tell you no.
But if she don't tell you no and y'all got them having this unconditional relationship, then who are you to tell her no?
Not going in my boots.
I don't know. But me and her tight though. If she ever do, she gonna
It's
tell
that
me.
face. But hold on.
All right.
Hold on. Here, because Nikki, you did something and said something that I think is absolute paramount here. And that there is, at the strength of his relationship, at the strength of being in front of this girl's father, at the strength of being in front of this girl's mother,
right.
Even if one iota of that was true, how in the hell will he be able to say that and still have a straight face, knowing that he's in front of her people?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's what I'm trying to. Then there's a possibility that when not around us, he'll be like, "Well, baby, you know, whatever makes you happy."
Look at this.
So what you telling
Now,
me is, all these people right now, answer this question. You think I'll let you do it?
Why are you taking so long to answer?
Right, answer the question. She's probably been talking. She probably thinking about it. Look at her. She probably thinking about it like, yeah, I'll talk him into letting me do it. Look, that's the face. Look. That's the face.
But here's the other thing to that. We always talk about how people, people who are heterosexual who always worried about what's going on in someone's homosexual like, because they think as soon as they hear homosexual, that it's all about sex. And what do I always say? I always say, why the fuck do your mind go straight to their goddamn bedroom? So just like my mind ain't going to the gay person's bedroom, I don't want to know what's going on in the straight person gay bedroom either. If I'm not the fuck in there, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Exactly. Right. Because, I mean, don't nobody want to know if Auntie Nikki is suffocating somebody with her titties. Nobody want to know that.
Listen. Hey. Now I want y'all to know either.
Okay, what you say? I don't want you to, because there's somebody dead up in here, honey. Okay.
Now, beat him with the bean pies, Nikki. Beat him with the bean pies.
Yes, God. Don't play with me.
Here's where this is.
I'm reading the comments, and y'all are like, they are on the comments tripping. Like,
yeah, no, but here's where it is. I'm coming in.
Look, see,
I'm coming in because
if you were sure, you was a look.
Here is where this is, because again,
and I don't got time for that.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead, Meech.
No, I wanted. He was saying something. I want him to finish that.
Nah, he listening.
Go ahead. What you say?
Okay. The whole idea.
No,
she gonna try you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if she try you, bro, you can always run and knock on my door.
Y'all ring the bell. Let me say what we got to say, y'all. Where you at?
No. It's cool. The whole idea that I'm focusing on is the whole thing about a man being vulnerable.
Right.
If he
That's
is
the whole
vulnerable enough, okay, and becomes to where this here is something that is, that he could share this, and he could say this, and he could say this, and he has a partner who is willing to go the distance.
Right.
Can he then What was that back in the day when we were kids? Would you respect me in the morning? You
Right.
know, would you respect me
Yeah.
in the morning?
You will
Like,
still be
Okay.
here in the morning. Which time they come from?
maybe
Will you
shades of
still
gray.
be here in the morning?
You motherfucker told your ass up like in the morning. When she motherfucker got to respect you, or when she walk past, slap you on the ass and say, "Go give me some breakfast."
Slap you on the ass and say, "Go give me some breakfast." I know my child.
Now the whole thing of it is because I'm staying on the straight children for the minute because there's a lot of men who like aggressive women. There's a lot of men who like to be dominated by women and carrying on so that they can relinquish that kind of control. And there's a number of things that men will do in those particular situations that they boys don't know that they into.
Don't give me
Okay.
head. We on the
Okay. And because of that, again, that sense of vulnerability and that form of trust has to be there in order for this to make sense for a man to do this. I know my road dog, I know he can't get past his head because we still think that the bottom row means bitch or means weak. Because
that's where that masculinity versus doggone motherfucking film come in, right?
Yes, because my road dog, he would say, "How in the hell that look if you sitting up here and you gonna let your woman, use a dildo on you and shit, and then if she get mad at you, that's the first thing she said, nigga, who fucked who last night?"
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's my petty ass.
Listen. What you said right there is a key point. When people be like, you ain't never did ain't never made a movie in your private home. No, bitch, because I don't trust nobody that much. I don't give a fuck how much I love you. Because motherfuckers, you don't know who they are until they get super, super mad and don't love you no more.
Right.
So you can't get a naked picture. You can't film shit. I'm like Mariah. If it's some cameras in here, they leave it with me when I do.
Hey, Nikki. I ain't gonna lie though, you know what I'm saying? I seen you walk by me a few times. You like you done tore a few cocks off for.
Hey.
Let me go. Let me get
listen, I done been married 3 times. And people think just because I'm not openly sexual, my cootie like Vegas. What happened here, stay the fuck here.
Vegas, the Vegas cat.
The Vegas Strip. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yes, baby. This the Vegas cat over here, baby.
Wait a minute. Okay, Bob, I just don't think no straight man wants that. Isn't it taking his masculinity? I don't know. But Barbara, here's the thing, because oftentimes, because we have so many rigid ideas of what masculinity is supposed to be, a straight man ain't gonna come out and say that out loud. A straight man ain't gonna sit down there and tell you when he watching porn and he looking at the other man's dick. He not gonna say that out loud.
Now, see, I'm glad you just said that too. Because I've been sitting there like,
okay, a straight man ain't gonna do that. Okay,
I ain't gonna lie about being such a fool.
Okay, Nikki, scenario.
Go ahead.
We dating, okay? And we sitting home and we watching the doggone big screen and we watching the movie. And it's time to turn in. We both done saw motherfucking 50 Shades of fucking on TV and we like, okay, we finna go on to bed. So we get in the room and I'd be like, I come out the shower and everything and I'd be like, baby, you gonna fuck me tonight? Do you have any respect for that?
After we just watch porn?
Does it matter? I asked you to fuck me.
If we in a relationship or something like that, I don't think it matters.
Oh, so you're gonna strip the strap on?
No, you ain't.
That. Oh, fuck no, you're not doing that. We had that conversation before.
Now, hold on, because wait a minute. Because as a straight man, you attack that like a straight man would trying to make a point. Because it don't go down like that. Because here's the thing. Straight men say it anyway when they want you to throw that, they want you to throw it back on them, fuck this dick. So you're gonna say it anyway. The thing of it is that when it comes down to it, okay, and it comes down to that particular act, usually that's nonverbal anyway. It's nonverbal. And she knows when you're ready for it because she's the one who takes control of it. Because that's what happens. She's the one who end up and
when you get that real good arch in the back. When you get that real good curve in your back.
Exactly.
Ain't no nigga got no arch in his back now.
Oh yes, it is.
I ain't talking about the dude. I'm talking about the woman. We had this conversation before, and I said I don't have a problem with somebody being gay. I don't have a problem with somebody being bisexual. I don't think that I'm ready to be in a relationship with somebody who wants to get it.
Right.
Oh.
And then again,
because in my mind, you're gay.
Okay.
And like I said, we can still be cool. And if I look, what I say last time, Meech, and if I think he your type, I'm gonna pick up the phone and say, baby, I'm about to send him around there to you about 5. He thick in the thighs, and I'm sending him around the corner.
Y'all know what? If somebody paid me to do it, I do the shit. I don't care.
Now, I never thought about that. Wait a minute now.
But here's the thing,
though. Look, if it ain't my man and they gonna pay me to do it, now that might be something different.
Yeah,
now see, we done went all. I wanted that there business is business, but when it comes down to relationship, because see, think about business arrangements like that. When you're taking care of your client and carrying on, it's still a client privilege, confidentiality kind of thing, and you're not going to admit them because you're trying to keep your coin together. Okay. Right. But again, it's being vulnerable because he's able to sit up there and trust you enough to where we can experience this, and I don't have to feel ashamed. I don't have to feel wrong about it and this and the other. Now, again, it is only assumed that there is what all bisexual men would do it. But straight men, again, men and males, we have not been taught about our bodies. And a straight man don't know that his G-spot is actually his motherfucking prostate. He don't know that unless he experiences it. Okay.
Oh, yeah, because remember the man shot the doctor when he got his prostate exam? You talked about it.
Don't worry, I'm gonna find a big guy up. He'll tell y'all about it later.
Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face.
Hey, get your mama's suitcase.
So because of that, and I want y'all to hear me, because oftentimes when these kind of conversations come up, the gay folks or whoever brings it up is always criticized of saying that, oh, y'all just trying to push some shit on us, and you just, the right judge, honey, okay, the honorable is always saying,
we ain't gonna listen to him in a long time. He must be quiet lately.
No, he ain't. With black masculinity, here you go trying to take a man and not let man be a man. But my counter to that is, how can a man be a whole man if a whole man don't know who the fuck he is? If a woman can touch you, listen, eating ass became a skill. Why? Because women found out about it through a gay motherfucking man. But then when they started getting into it, a man didn't know that was his motherfucking ass, and now men are looking for it now. Why?
Right. So do women think that's gay? I'm not looking at it, but still.
I can't think he's
okay, wait, Meech. You used to work in one of them stores. You used to work in one of them stores, adult store, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so wait a minute. Now, okay, shit, it's just funny how shit open up in your mind when you get on subjects. Okay, there's a toy that's a string of beads that's supposed to go in the man's ass.
Oh, the anal beads? I always wonder how they work. How the fuck do they work?
I'm finna break it down to you because I read the pack.
Okay.
I'm gonna start your number. All right, look. So anyway, on the back of the pack, it's saying that you're supposed to lube them, and they go and she's supposed to put them in the man's ass, and most of the time you put them in there, you're giving them this doggone massive head job and goddamn whatever, and as soon as the time of ejaculation comes, you're supposed to pop them out one at a time. One at a time, or you can pull them straight out, or whatever it is, it intensifies the orgasm.
Right.
The ejaculation becomes motherfucking, instead of 6 inches, it shoots across the room, hit the wall.
Because you have stimulated the prostate.
Wait, y'all. Y'all know my dumb ass. I always want to be the one to know who the first motherfucker that did it, to figure it out. Who's the first motherfucker that did it, that figured it out? I always want to know that.
That's what I was like, because when I read the directions, I said, well, how do they know?
But wait, if y'all don't know, years ago, we probably were still teenagers or maybe like young adults at the time, because I think it was before I went to Germany the first time. We had a newscaster in Philly, ABC 6, I believe it was. He had a hamster up his ass.
I remember
Who
that
the fuck? Is Tracy in here tonight? Ask Tracy what's that news report if he know.
He ain't here yet. He coming later.
If anybody from the research department look up news report in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, had to get the hamster removed from his ass. And I remember thinking, what the fuck was you on that made you try to put a hamster up your ass? You couldn't get none. You couldn't find no nigga or something that night. So you just needed something to move around in your ass. I just need to know why. Who tried it first and why? What made you say, "Let me stick these beads up my ass and see what happens"?
Oh.
Now I'm gonna tell you one thing. You know those beads like a pearl necklace?
Yeah.
Okay, I've had this done. What?
I thought I heard kids.
No, that's a damn little. That's a ringtone, something in the background. Look.
Okay.
The little pearl things, right? Like a string of pearls. I had it taken off and I had it wrapped around the penis while the motherfucking head was in the, and she pulled it back and forth like a washing motion.
What?
And oh my Jesus, it made me grow hair.
Yeah.
Well.
And I was like, that was crazy, but she said she saw that somewhere and decided to try it.
Hey.
But his name was Jerry Pentacoli.
Yeah. I think so. Pentacoli sounds familiar.
They said it was a rumor that was started. It said back in 1982, but it was the newscaster named Jerry Pentacoli who had gerbil troubles. His gay boyfriend drove him to Baltimore to have a gerbilectomy, hoping Baltimore medical workers wouldn't recognize him. In any case, the news spread and Pentacoli was forced out of Philadelphia.
Right. You don't have to yell.
So they saying it was a rumor. Yeah, it was a gerbil, not a hamster, but they saying it's a rumor. They said it wasn't true.
Well, that was a gerbil was always the doggone the go-to animal for that situation.
But why?
Yeah, it was back in the day. See, that's white folks shit. Because
that's what I'm saying. Like, who the fuck sat around and said, "Hey, let's try this"?
I have no clue. And the whole idea of it was, and I don't even know how they did that with the damn thing not fucking you up on the inside, because them damn the talons on that damn thing scratch. Okay. But
Red Man had a guinea pig. That motherfucker was. I just can't see that. Like, I don't know. Maybe because they don't rodents and stuff don't have like no backbones and stuff, right?
Right. But the whole idea of it is because they're climbing their way through and like kind of like digging through a tunnel. They're in the process, so they're doing it at a rate.
That probably what happened to them. Look, they probably. But what would make my thing? It would be: do you really think that thing would go up the ass? Did y'all have to force it up his ass? Because how the fuck would he even know to?
Well, if anything like that happened, is because they were doing. He opened himself up, so they were probably into fisting and all that other shit to
right. I was gonna say he must have had his ass wide as well. It had to be.
Yeah, because of what it is, it was said that the child that they would do it and to put the gerbil in a tube, and it would run through the tube and then go through, and then it'll find a way back to the light and come back out.
What?
Yeah, now that's what I've never seen it done. When I first came out, that was the whole thing, and that was in the 80s. So yeah, it was like, oh hell no, y'all have lost your motherfucking minds.
As far as I'm concerned, I don't give a fuck if it's just a little animal. As far as I'm concerned, that's bestiality. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, and so that there was that. But the whole idea, so that we don't gross everybody out completely. The thing of it is that we're trying to get to is the whole idea of being vulnerable. Because even telling this particular story, it being vulnerable with a lot of stuff that is completely completely disgusting and carrying on. For those who have extreme sexual things or whatever that they like to do, and to be vulnerable and say, this is what I'm into. And to find somebody who can say, okay, yes, I'm okay with that, without embarrassment, without ridicule, without scorn, without throwing it back up in their faces or whatever. That there becomes to be a problem. And see, in dealing with vulnerability between gay men or the alphabet children and our heteroattractional children, it becomes a problem because men are not taught to be vulnerable. Men are not taught to sit comfortably in those particular spaces. And like my grandmother said, the grandchild is sitting up there saying, I basically said, I don't know who I am anymore because I let myself go and let myself be vulnerable for the last 2 relationships. But now it done threw me so fuck off my square because I became so emotional and not being myself, to where now shit, I got to go out here and make up for lost time. Because now it's all about me reclaiming my masculinity again, because for whatever reasons, his vulnerability put him in feminine energy space. And now it done, got him to a point where it's like, no, I can't do that no more.
I was going to say, is the feminine energy fighting with him internally?
I don't know about fighting inside. It's just that I don't think that's the problem. I think because he gave himself. It's just like as a woman, you know what it was to where you thought you was in love with this man and you said, yes, you have my body, but he only looking for the fucking, and he went on about his business, and that whole shutdown that you go through, be like, damn. Was I just a rag? Was I just nothing to you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think this is the equivalent of that, because here, when we're talking here, as far as 2 men are concerned, remember, we grew up saying men are going to be men. So we already know that men are going to cheat or whatever, because that's part of our DNA. We already know that we're very visual. And so when it comes down to gay male relationships, it's always a problem because we're not wired to be monogamous.
I was going to say, and for all those Bible thumping ass people who always talking shit, they cheated, they cheated. Read your damn books. Them men back then had multiple wives. If they can afford them, they had them. The hell out of here. I don't think a man is wired to be monogamous. I don't.
Okay, and so when you're talking about 2 gay men in a relationship, and now if you have not you have not communicated what the relationship is going to be, it becomes, somewhat of an issue, somewhat of a problem, because somewhere in the mix, somebody got a wandering eye. And the children can sit down there and say whatever they're going to say. There are relationships that I know that have lasted a long period of time, but I always ask, how did you guys get around the whole infidelity issue? And every couple that I know that have been lasting like 20 years or better have always said, oh, we had to deal with that issue. Or now what is apropos is we now have open relationships now, okay? I get carte blanche and permission, and this, that, and the other, and then we establish rules. Now we got.
Remember when we was little, our daddies had other families and all kinds of shit on the other side of town we didn't know nothing about. Me and one of my brothers only a year apart.
Right.
Hell, my little brother and my sister 3 weeks apart.
How about that? Wait a minute. Flame said all the time. Flame talks about that she got 2 17-year-olds. Okay. Because she had 2 women pregnant at the same time.
Same time. Yep.
Okay. So okay.
This is what I wanted to say when I first said I wanted to come in. You stupid, Rick. When I had first wanted to come in, this is what I want to say too. So when we're talking about giving ourselves, especially when you with that one who you think might be the one, and you give yourself unconditionally, right?
Right.
You say yes, because some things ain't a yes to, just like your grandbaby said. Some shit just ain't a yes for everybody.
Exactly.
That's not everybody. I might be able to have sex with everybody I might have dated, but I might not be. There's a bunch of shit that I'm not doing with everybody.
All right.
So, I hate people that say, like, for me, y'all see I put it in the comments. I think back there is an exit, not an entrance for me. Somebody, y'all don't knock till you try it. I did. You do it again. I did. But everybody say me doing it right. How about in my mind? It has nothing to do with the physical fact. In my mind, I don't like it. In my soul, in my mind, I just feel like that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. It's not actually about what it may or may not feel like. So I want people to understand, just like when we don't care about what somebody's actual sexual preference is, don't try to debate me or try to bait me into trying something or maybe something I already tried, want me to do it again just because that's what you like.
Come on, Nikki. Let me put the tip in.
Hell no. Tried it. Ain't like it.
Hold on. Barbara say, I know a lot of men who actually live, who actually lives their wives and don't cheat, love their wives and don't cheat. I do not believe every man is a cheater. And if that's the case, then the same goes for women. We all have the potential to cheat, but that don't mean that we're all cheaters. I'll give you that, but
I'll give you that too. I don't believe everybody's a cheater. What I think is that I don't believe men are wired to be monogamous. I'm not saying that none of them be monogamous, but I'm not surprised when they do it, because a lot of times somebody might be with somebody they really, really love, but in their mind, they still got to conquer everything in the goddamn street. Or they want to, as we get older, you want to see if you still got it.
This man once told me all men are potential pedophiles just because they have the equipment, but that's far from true. Listen.
What? Who said that?
I don't know, but listen.
That's some stupid shit.
Hold on. First and foremost, to me, it is a trophy to be a monogamous man. Considering the man. Considering that the man I used to be, I got 2 16-year-old sons.
Come on.
Okay? So the fact that I was out there like that, and I sit back and look at history, I got 5 biological kids and 5 baby mamas. But one thing I never did was leave their side with them children. I co-parented every one of my kids.
Exactly.
But one thing, and 2 things for sure, I just can't see it. Like, I did so much wrong. You know what I'm saying? I done goddamn knocked cousins down, sisters down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That don't make them right. They was wrong. But
look, y'all was hoes, not just you, because they was hoes too. If the cousins and the family members did it, that mean they was with.
But at the end of the damn day, every one of my exes, ex-wives, or whatever right now, they say Naomi got the best Lavelle that they ever motherfucker could ever been. Because they sitting there and scratching their fucking head, because Lord knows I was knocking them down, whether it was in their own cars, vehicles, or our house.
But at the end of the day, it was because you wasn't ready to be that yet.
And
when you were ready to be that, that's when you became that.
Let's go there, because that's what I was going.
I done knocked something down at a hotel, a family gathering, holiday season like we're going through right now. I done knocked something down at a hotel in a suite, and I was right next door to the grandmama and auntie of my woman at home. They had got a suite, and they just happened to check into a room right next door to my suite, and I didn't know they was over there, and I was right next door, knocking it down, knocking it back. When I say knocking it back, I knocked it back, called her like the maid. She came and cleaned it up, and I knocked back another one. I didn't know till the third chick showed up that I was next door to my in-laws.
But just like we just said, though, when you were doing all that, that's because that was the you that you were then. When you were ready to not be doing that, that's what you did.
Nice question, Barbara. Do you have 5 kids because you was a hoe, or do you have quality relationship with each woman?
Pretty
No,
much.
he just told you he was a hoe back then.
Yeah, but but at the same time, I was married to 4 of them.
You lucky my avatar already up here. Because I'd have blinked right the hell off on you.
You got to remember, I was married. I was married to 3 of them. This is my 4th.
I was going to say, you beat my record? Damn.
No, you got it. You got it. But I was saying.
I had 3. Only had 3.
That's what I said. This is my 4th.
Yeah, tie.
But at the end of the day, when you think about it, though, every time I did have a child that was born into this world, I was there. I have cut the cords for every one of my kids. I named every one of my kids.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And you can call it what you want, but I was in a full-blown relationship each time I did.
Wait a minute, Barbara, what did you miss? You said, see, that's what I'm talking about. You wasn't a cheater. What did you miss? He just said he was.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
He just had
He got 2 16-year-old sons. He got 2 16-year-old sons, ma'am. He's not a cheater now. This man was a dog back then.
But hold on, let me tell you something. This is where y'all get the tea at. You ready?
Come on.
I was married in 2003 or 4. No, I was married in 2004. And both my sons was born in 2005.
Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay.
Well,
this motherfucker gets on my nerve. But the thing is, we not living in the past. You have grown, and that's not who you are now.
Right.
Because we can't get to a better place unless you've been through some shit.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Right, Barbara. That's what I'm saying. I cheated on my wife, got somebody pregnant, and I did that because I had a terrible temper back then. And we had one major disagreement. I went out and met somebody brand new and knocked them up right when the song came out. And I swear to God, he wrote it like he would follow mine around. You know what I'm saying? So,
what song was that?
When we made up, what
song was it?
Called, goddamn, the girl say she's pregnant.
Wait a minute, because all that's breaking up. Hold on.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it.
Well, say that again. What was the name of the song?
Confession.
Oh, Confession.
Oh,
okay.
Confession. Part 102. Look, part 102. Part 1 was the one that didn't have a video.
I don't care what they say.
Here's let's go here because
Usher didn't even write that. Jermaine wrote it.
Okay. Here's where this comes into play, because oftentimes, again, that kind of vulnerability. Now, see, y'all are talking about relationships. Now, let me go here, because we're talking about that for those who have experienced relationships or whatever, but let's talk about those who are single. Okay. Now, I just gave y'all one of my lovely hotels. Okay. And that there was something that I experienced that was a delight. But y'all also know that I am a sex addict. Okay. And in
I
that,
felt the earth move under my feet. I felt the sky
tumbling down.
Tumbling down. Might as well just go on with the choir.
But here's where it is. Because in that same amount of needing to be vulnerable and carrying on, there were times where being out and running amok, okay, especially during those times where I was in my mostly bottom days, it became I won't say problematic, but what it did, it intensified shit. Because the type of men that I was attracting were the type of men that were, I'm gonna call them manipulators. because they would get and would fuck me down, honey. But that's all they wanted from me. And so I had, there was a number of them that I would put into my little black book or whatever. But the connection was only that, and then me having
So that didn't
attacked myself. That's what I'm saying. No, it did because me, I end up attaching myself to the sex, and then was looking for to solidify somewhere. See, a lot of my sexual partners, when I was out on the hunt for Red October, yeah, when I was out on the hunt, that there was something separate because I knew I learned that was addiction talking. Okay, but what it fucked me up at was after I got home and had to process all the guys that I had just been with within that day, because there were times where I had got to a point I was doing 5 guys at a time, every 30 minutes. Okay.
Goddamn, Pinky.
So there were like every 30 minutes for like 4 hours at one spot. And I would get up from there and I would go someplace else. Okay. So
and make sure that people that understand, because remember, he's talking about his sex addict days, and it's just like a drug addict.
Right.
Needing.
And what it was, it fueled a lot of shit. So now, because I was just hoarding the experiences of fucking, when I got home with my family and friends and carrying on, now I want to emote. And all that I was supposedly picking up from that, emotionally, I was draining everybody else. And because I'm such the caregiver and the provider and carrying on, now I'm sitting up here trying to say, this is how I'm able to take care of folks and how I'm able to do this. And I'll get this because now I'm needed. You see, I was needed, and because you like my cooking, that meant you love me. Because I was able to sew up your, and I was able to sew up the button on your shirt or whatever. Okay, you needed me and you cared for me. Okay, that there was feminine energy. That because in my bottom days, I was taking all that in from the guys that I was bottom with. When I was topping, okay, those top days, baby, when I tell you I was racing through some motherfuckers, when I got home, I got charged. So those were those days where when I got home, it would piss me off because now my sisters and them, they were waiting on me to come home to cook dinner, and I wouldn't come home till like 11 o'clock at times. You supposed to be in the bed. What the fuck you mean y'all ain't ate? And then my mother at the time, my mom was going through her shit. So she was counting on me to do everything. So I would come home. So now it's like the man coming home from work. The house ain't clean and shit ain't getting it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Now I done got a few to want to go back the fuck out again. But I done came home. Okay. When I became in my 20s and when I had my own place or whatever, that's where the late night tipping came. And then I was able to go to this bookstore or that, wherever, out to the parks. And then that started to fuel me. So then when I became on my own and as an adult going through all of this, now it was like I had to find a yin and a yang, because there were times I was doing around the world, honey, with some folks. We did everything, and there were times where, I was only topping, there were times where I was only bottoming, but I do know on those bottoming days, it was a little bit more emotion attached to it or whatever. And then there was that feminine energy that I had stuck to, that when I got home to process it down, then it became to where now I'm looking for the reception of what that's supposed to mean from everybody else. And it had nothing to do with nothing. So now, because I'm in this element, I'm able to sit down with my best friend, a girl, and have my little tea time and tell her what happened and carrying on. And my best friend, he's sexual, he is a little beast, but she was I call her a sanctimonious hoe, honey, because she don't kiss and tell. She wasn't no girl that likes to do shit in the dark. I'm like, bitch, you can't be out of home. Men didn't want to talk about it because that ain't how they work. Okay.
That's
And then
me.
you want me to
But
take you
I
to my
don't want no
spot
of your
and
shit
carrying on.
either. See, my thing is, I don't want nobody else's either. That'd be my thing. I want to tell you mine, but I don't
Right.
really want to hear about yours either.
But that wasn't, he wasn't the locker room talk kind of person, So I had to, to fortify that, I had to find other locker room talk kind of people, and so that became that, and so then it just became a whole bit to do, and trying to muster all of that. And then I'm a Pisces, and I'm already an emotional person. I'm already emotional. Okay, so then you're talking about now having to process that down. See, okay. Fish is vicious and never nutritious unless it's fried hooker. Don't come for it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Come on.
Don't do it, honey. Okay. Because Samantha Stevens is a beautiful bitch now, huh? Don't get it, because I'll get fishy in a minute.
Seafood platter.
Blue. Blue.
Oh. I gotta get ready to get off of here because I have to give y'all grandniece. We have to get up in the morning. We're gonna get her all dolled up for her photo shoot. We're gonna do a little photo shoot around here if anybody want to come, because her finished book came today, so we have to do a little thing to put up on that site. They require you to take a picture with your book.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna do that tomorrow. So I gotta get out of here. I love y'all. Y'all are so nasty.
Okay.
I need some centerfold shots. I need some centerfold shots holding the sub sandwich.
I'm not playing with you today. See y'all. I love y'all. I should probably be in here for the whole show tomorrow. I love y'all. Bye.
All right. Back here. Okay. So having said all that, I knew. So I was looking at the folks. We had everybody up in here, but I know we're down to our regulars now because it got too hot. And I know when we start talking about sex and carrying on like this, especially for my straight men who listen and things of that nature, this here, y'all can't handle gay sex, and then y'all know I'm raw with this, honey. So, well, wait a minute.
That's gonna be your new name, Big.
Wait a minute. I didn't mean it like that. However,
you mean what you said, Big Daddy Raw.
So, be that as it may, part of this thing is.
So let me ask you this: we have a sushi moment with Big Meech.
You stupid. I'm not with you. I would not entertain. I would not entertain any of your red lobster talking, honey. Okay. No. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. But I don't. We will never get to the bottom of this, of course. Oh, no pun intended. However, the idea of this is all about, because I never take the title of the show. The title of the show is "I Could If I Could, I Would." So the whole idea of it, how is it that men can be vulnerable themselves because they're vulnerable? Because we hear this from women all the time. Women, we hear this from women all the time. But anytime a man comes into this particular space and had to deal with emotions because he was vulnerable, because he opened himself up in a way that ushers in a lot of feminine energy and ushers in having to deal with the backlash of the hurt that comes from being vulnerable. It becomes problematic. And in this particular instance, because I'm talking from the alphabet perspective, this here, it came out of because my vulnerability was emoting through sex because I bottomed. I stayed in these last two relationships. I've been on the bottom, and so now it becomes, how do I reclaim all of that? Because there's a part of me that still wants to do this, but do I offer it up because I want to offer it, or do I have to reserve that, and make better choices? I think it's the latter. But then let's look at women, because women go through this for all the time. Let's look at women who go through. Y'all know what it was when you had the first time you had sex, and this boy told you he really loved you, he was into you, and this and another. But after he got what he wanted, then he treated you like dirt. And then you got to process that.
Bye, bye, bye.
Right. Okay. Right. You remind me of my Jeep. Okay.
Bye, bye.
Lost the hands. Okay. So, in that regard, I really believe that this is going to be for discussion. And I think in order to have these kinds of discussions, it's going to take men to talk about it, because women are going to weaponize it. And then let me say this.
Let's do that panel that we said we was going to do. Let's do it here.
You want to do it here? Where, here?
Interesting. Yeah.
Interesting. The whole idea, women, on the other hand, I don't believe, and I'm gonna make this a statement here, because see, I know it's cultural, because Black women have a tendency to degrade men in a way that white women won't, or we haven't heard it. Okay, unless they're from the hood. Okay, because Black women, when they are upset with a man and don't see a man being a man, or he too soft, they will run his ass and run him over and run him down. That's what Black women and gay men have a problem, especially feminine Black men, because as long as we kiki, we cool. But the second the problem come in, now is how much of a real woman I am, and you ain't no motherfucking real man, and you ain't this. It becomes that to bring him all the way down. And if she do, masculinity of it all, even if you come across a masculine gay man, the first thing she do is, that's why you're a fucking faggot, to try to belittle his masculinity. And anytime that comes into question, males, we go on the defense about it. So we're never able to be vulnerable and to have these kinds of conversations, because either we're afraid that we're not going to be taken seriously, or it's going to be the ridicule and the butt of the jokes.
The butt of the jokes.
Right. The butt of the jokes. Right. So yeah.
Well, I tell you like this. I believe if we thoroughly search, more than likely we can find the men that go on this panel via, whether it be homosexual or heterosexual, whether it be an even panel. But in order to find the heterosexual men, we're going to have to shop at a higher plateau, because I believe that a corporate man will come on and speak, you know what I'm saying, with some type of doggone stature, versus bringing Ray Ray on, you know what I'm saying, and he not understanding the streets and probably trying to hide what he did for a free motherfucking goddamn studio session or something, you know what I'm saying?
Now, you know what? You just open that up, because that's another part of this conversation. Because a lot of the men that will go into these particular kinds of conversations or sexual activities or whatever are usually those that got the money to pay for it. Which is why we have a lot of men who enter dominatrixes and carrying on, because they pay for that.
Oh, I know what you're saying. I know. I'm not. Okay, let me say this up front. Disclaimer: I'm not a pimp, but my ex-sister-in-law used to let me manage her situation, and she was a dominatrix. and people will call, and if they ask her for certain things and they go way out the wacko zone, she would call me and ask my opinion before, you know what I'm saying, and what should she charge. You know, because, and like I said, particularly it's funny that ironic that I'm talking about her, because the first time I ever heard of somebody wanting to be pegged was through the situation with me working with her. Somebody called and offered her $1,500 to knock them down.
Right.
And he was a corporate dude.
Right.
White guy, corporate dude, whatever. And very, very obedient on the phone with her. It was yes, mistress, and yes, mistress, yes, mistress, and damn. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
so he asked for that.
Okay, baby.
So when she
Thank
asked me, you know, when she asked me, I told her raise it to $1,050 because you had to buy the proper equipment in order for him to have the best sign. I said that's how you pitch it. You know what I'm saying? So tell him if he wants to maximize his time, tell him $1,750.
Right.
And he went for it, but she got cold feet at the end of it. You know, she said, I don't know what to do. And I was like, you don't know what to do? I said, do what niggas do to you, because the way she was built, somebody done told that ass up. You know what I'm saying? Like, what get done to you, do to him.
Right. Right.
She just couldn't fathom it, I guess. So, but I was mad.
But and part of that was because as a woman, she's looking at him being a man. How did you do this to a man?
Right.
Okay. And she couldn't get out of it. Now, that's the other part of it. I want to get into that because I'm being vulnerable. Okay. Oh, wait, April. No, wait, what? I had the straight guy before, but I knew him personally, so there was no charge. See? Oh, okay. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Don't you go nowhere. The children. The children.
Okay.
Okay, Miss April, let me ask you this. Because you knew him personally, and you said this is a straight guy, what was the respect level afterward, before and after? And apparently, was it more than once? And how did that come about? See, I want to know how did that come about? Because most folks, I don't see them having that particular conversation unless they know they can trust you to have it. So what was that for you? Before and then afterwards? Because the mutual respect had to be there, because see, here it is. Now, we talking about that. Here it is with the alphabet children, because there's still that level of respect, especially for first timers. For first time bottom children and carrying on, they always feel as though that it's going to take away their masculinity. I had one guy tell me that, because he was like, oh my God, does this mean, because he enjoyed it, his idea of what gay was finger snap, snap queens and shit. And he thought that because he enjoyed our session, that meant that he was going to turn into this old flaming sissy, honey. Okay. And I had to tell him, I said, sweetheart, that's not who you are. Okay. That's not who you are at all. I said, you got to come out of that. But right now, this is what you think being gay is, and that's not all that there is. And carrying on. Now, mind you,
I want to know, April, since you're there, she was putting another thing up.
Yeah, she said it was awkward at first, but got easier as it progressed. Girl, did you let your inner dude come out, bitch? What was that like for you?
Right.
To know that you were finna go to dig this motherfucker out the way children dig you out, honey. How was that? He asked me to do it. He knew I would never reveal who he is, and I never did. We are good friends to this day. Okay, that's cute. Cute.
And that's great, but I want to know that when y'all finish, April, did you slap him on the ass and tell him to go fix your tuna fish?
Fool. Okay.
I just want to know, did he fix your sandwich when y'all was done?
Okay.
He just got the sudden urge to go fix tuna fish. Oh shit.
So, with that being said, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So, we have these dynamics, and again, social economic status, because there's a number of men who come in, and because they got the money to pay for it, or have the nice, they've been exposed to more. Let me put it that way, because oftentimes, when your pay grade, it increases or whatever, or upgrades, your palate upgrades as well, because you get introduced to different experiences.
Well, what is that about? What, okay, now you touching some shit that has always belittled me. What is that about? These motherfuckers come from the hood and the streets, and I'm speaking on the hip hop genre, and they become multi-millionaires, and the first thing they want to do is have a puffy room at their parties.
Because they can, honey. It becomes, see, one of the things that this country is famous for is letting sex be the control. Okay? Everything in this country, honey, is done, there's sex somewhere involved in it. Somewhere. Okay? Even if you're on the low.
Lord, I'm so glad we're on this. I'm so glad we're on this. Because I wanted to ask you this, and I've always wanted to ask you this.
What?
Why? Okay, I have thrown. I've been part of the group to throw parties, and I've been the security, and I've been the doggone person handling the money for mansion parties that were lifestyle parties. Why is it that you don't find, like, if you have the big parties, okay, say it's 30 people, right, but you don't have the male homosexuals there? You'll have the females. But the man-on-man rooms really don't come to them.
No, because okay, here we go with vulnerability again. Swingers and talking about straight folks, those swinger parties and carrying on, again, is about saving face. A straight dude can't sit down there and be in an anything goes party and be there with his boys or whatever, and your boy get to watch you get bent over, or watch you take another dude. Okay, because it's a perception. Again, folks ain't ready for the visual. You can talk about it, but as soon as you get that picture in your head, you saw your son-in-law. Did you see the face that motherfucker made? Did you see the face that he made?
Famous.
Okay.
Famous.
For what? That motherfucking face that he made. Okay. Said everything. Okay. Because he got the visual. That face said it was more than just the way he got the visual of that. And his face contorted.
All he could think about was Diamond throwing her hair back saying, bitch, who your mom?
Right. Okay. So, and those kind of parties, the dudes, they're not going to sit down there and want to be open up to be that vulnerable. It will have to be at an all-gay party because all the guys there there's no women there.
But it's just so weird to me because when we threw them, we always had the women there, and they'll have, you know what I'm saying, we'll give them a separate room, even though they still dealt and intertwined with everything else in every other room, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But which they still had their own regular, they had a room that was just...
But here's the thing, because our lesbian community, I'm not going to say they get a pass, but what happens is because straight men, our heteroattractional men, will green like that all day, because that has nothing to do with their masculinity. What they will do, a straight man will sit out there and they will red light a stud. If a stud is fucking a woman better than he is or eating that pussy better than him, he would red like that all day because that's another dude in his head. He can't comprehend that. He cannot comprehend that.
I don't know because I've seen that and I was on the cheering section.
Yeah, but that's you. I'm broadening that out because you didn't see her as competition. Everybody else will. Everybody else will. And then when they go in, of course, because they see two women or multiple women or whatever, then it's like, okay, I'm Big Chief, big dick on campus. I'm coming up in here. I'm finna smash all of this. But then if you get a stud to sit up there and strapped on one that could fuck this bitch and make her moan in ways that you can't, then it's that competition thing. That's that masculine shit. You know, now you ready to fight. Okay.
That's crazy.
You know, it's that whole thing because now what has happened is you have infiltrated my territory. You supposed to be having a bitch.
Cause it's like this. Okay, I don't know. Is something wrong with me because I can go and patronize one of those parties with my female friend that's a stud,
right?
And we in there.
But look at what you just did. I came in with a stud. So you already threw the game off. Because she came in, y'all boys finna go handle some shit.
Exactly.
Okay, we finna go handle this shit, right?
Exactly.
So you threw the game off because you didn't come in with another dude. Okay, and carried on to where y'all pounding and shit the way men do. Okay, the way how we do. Okay. And that becomes it's a whole different trip. It's a whole different mind thing because the whole idea and I know the lesbian community don't like this to be said often because it's so cliche now. Right. And men don't like it to be said because they don't want to sit down and acknowledge the fact that men get off on what the hell. Everything about life is about two women getting together and a man being in the middle. That's why you like to see bitches fighting.
Okay, now hold on. Bring this up here because I say this all the time, what April said just now.
Well, I taught a guy how to sip a woman's soup and it helped him in his relationship.
And the reason I wanted you to post that up there, because I say this all the time. Everything I learned from a woman.
How about that? It goes back to what I said. The best time that you had came when she said yes.
Bam.
You was able to do what you did. Anytime you look at your best sexual conquest experiences or whatever, it's because she said yes. Now, in the alphabet children world, the best time we've ever had is when we were able to be vulnerable and let go.
That makes sense.
Okay. Anytime we were able to be vulnerable and let go, either because I trusted you or because I thought you was hot and we had the chemistry together, it was more than just animalistic. It was spiritual because we connected. Those are the best times because I'm able to let go and get into this moment.
Okay, so I went to the trapeze. Okay, I'm gonna say I've been to the trapeze, the one in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Okay.
Okay, so when you go into one of the rooms, when everybody doing whatever, if there's something right in front of your face, you can't say you don't see it. So here it is, you're standing here and you're watching this man destroy this girl while her husband watch or whatever. I seen a situation like that. It was an older white guy and he had one of them exotic looking wives and he wanted the big black buck to goddamn put it on her.
Right.
And all the men standing around in a circle around the bed.
Okay. Okay.
So what you saying? You can't see him?
No, again, that goes back to porn. See, straight men won't say that they watching porn when they're watching porn that they see that they looking at the man's dick. They would never say that out loud. Never. Okay, but they are because they're learning how he's stroking. They're learning how big his dick is to see what he did. Did he curve? Did he this? Did he that? Okay. Hell, of course, we all measure and compare one another. Hell, we've all done that. The bathroom stall, bitch. I don't care how. Listen, I don't care. I don't care how much we train ourselves to look at the goddamn wall. Bitch, you got to go shake it. When you get down, we tilt. Your eyes slant. We do it. Okay? Especially when you got the motherfucker who know he got a big dick and stand a couple inches back from the goddamn urinal. Because he wants you to know he got a big dick. Okay? It is what it is. But men won't talk about that shit because that's gay. Okay? So when you watching porn, you won't gonna talk about it. If you in those kind of parties, you know what the hell they doing, and you at a straight party. So there's a man and a woman there. All of y'all around there jacking to them fucking. So what you watching? Who? Better yet, who are you watching?
Who you watching?
Are you congratulating him for his stroke game? Or are you getting off because she moaning like a bitch? Now, see, I'm gonna tell you. See, I watch porn. I watch it all. But bitch, if I watch a straight porn, and that bitch can make me wish I was her. Anytime a bitch in porn make me wish I was her, bitch, that's my sister. I mean, bitch, you better get that motherfucking dick, bitch. How? Okay. Anytime a bitch make me wish that I was her. In a motherfucking porn, honey. Yes, ma'am. Yes, God. Yes, God. Because I'm watching it for him anyway. But anytime, now that's me as a gay man saying that. Now, what is the straight man gonna say about watching porn? Outside of how fine the bitch's titties was or whatever, or she got a big pussy or whatever, you know. He ain't gonna get off into the intricacies of that because straight men are not. I can't do that. That's gonna fuck up my rep. They won't do it. They won't even to acknowledge that the guy was handsome or got a nice body.
But see, the doggone thing that gets me is
I thought it was a rule to never look down at the uterus. It is a rule. It's unspoken, but we all do it, April. We all do it, especially when there are no walls. If the urinal, listen, y'all know at the goddamn games and stuff, the urinal is a long, big ass tub like thing, honey. It ain't got no divider separators.
Strokers.
Huh.
Strokers.
Yeah. Yeah. And that be that.
Man, I got to go, man. Y'all.
Listen, we gonna let y'all go. Okay. We gonna let y'all go. And y'all have a good time. And y'all sit down here and think about this because all of this is about male vulnerability and what it does to his psyche whenever he has to experience hurt in that vulnerability. Okay. Now I gave y'all from the alphabet perspective because that's where it started from, but y'all see how we connected the dots. It's all the goddamn same. Nuances are a little different, but the avenue of it is all the same. All the same. Okay. So having said all that, my darlings, let me let you guys go. Y'all take and share this with other people, okay? Share this conversation. Because I'll be willing to, I'm curious to see how many folks are going to actually pay attention to it because a lot of folks dropped off. We had a lot of people up in here, but a lot of folks dropped off when they got raunchy and things of that nature. But nonetheless, share this, like, subscribe to all of the platforms and carry on, honey, so we can get these numbers up. I need to get over 1,000 over here on YouTube. So those of y'all watching on YouTube, share, like, get the children to come and comment and carry on this. I need to get over 1,000 subscribers over here on YouTube, child. I've been doing this too long, and now I want to get serious with it. Buck, you've been quiet for a little minute, baby. Buck done got real quiet.
I hope we ain't scared, Buck.
Process but process because I want to hear you. I need to hear your commentary. But on that note, honey, you have finished all of your crumpets, my darling, because the tea has been dished. And you've been dishing tea, my darlings. How? With Big Meats and Aunt Nikki and the big guy ally over there, honey. That there is Big Red. What he said this a while ago. This tea is extra spicy tonight, folks. Okay, if you love us, tell a friend, honey. If you hate us, honey, tell all of your goddamn enemies, honey. But do know this, one way, shape, style, form, or fashion, honey, everything that we're doing over here will move forward. Until the next time, my darlings, honey, we will see you guys again. And yeah, so and thing.